glad I ate that whole tub of ice cream.
The live stream will start soon.
Custard ice is my way. You want to?
Live from Los Angeles, California, it is Jody's Corner Live, episode 3. Welcome to the live stream, everybody.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
Hey, hello.
Welcome. Jody's Corner Live, episode 3. Thank you guys so very much for being here. I am Jody Joe. Twitter down below. Shout out to you guys. Good morning. Good morning, HT3. How you doing, my brother?
I'm great, man. I'm living.
He's living. J3.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Let's get this show popping, yo. What's up?
All right,
man?
for sure.
What's up,
for
LA?
sure. We got a nice amount of topics for you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Good morning. Shout out to Black Star Gaming, Brandon Hicks, Captain Smirk, JJ King.
Yes.
He said, "What's up to the panel? What's up, D Jackson, Makai Swinging? What's going on? I see you guys. Lady Casey's here, clean and early. She said she likes that chain. She like that chain."
Does
That's
your
right.
chain hang low? Does it wobble to the flow?
That's right, KC. KC.
All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get right into the show. So, we're going to start off with the first topic. Y'all know what that going to be? Game of Thrones, Season 8, Episode 2. Played last night, Easter Sunday, and yes, it was quite glorious. Lots of amazing events happened during this episode that had me leaking. So, I'm curious to know what the panel thinks. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the highlights. This is more of a formal recap type of thing. It's not really a discussion as far as scene for scene. It's more of a highlight reel. What you would say a quick summary of episode 2. But there's a lot of stuff to talk about with that episode. A lot of emotional things revolving that episode. And yeah. HT3, since you weren't part of the reaction and the live discussion, I think it's fair to see what HT3 thinks. What you think, G?
Man,
that shit was fun.
this episode, man.
Keep it 100, bro.
100, bro. Look, I know that we have to get the calm before the storm. I know we have to. This episode had a lot of emotions, but again, it had a lot of things that wasn't needed in the film. In the episode. Overall,
Things like what?
before I go there, I told you before that two things that I wanted, I got the Sansa and Daenerys scene.
Good call.
They needed to hash things out, or at least try to. Because she knows that, man, we're butting heads, and
Yeah.
and eventually I'm going to be your future queen, like of everything. So
Yeah.
we gotta squash this.
So that's the scene that you called. You said that they should have had some type of sitting down moment.
Yeah, and it was almost there, man.
There they are.
They almost had it, but
It was really embracive how she was embracing her.
Yeah. I love
Khaleesi took charge of that.
I love that.
I love that too. Yeah.
But then Sansa came back with that real like, hey, like so after everything's done, you know, we Winterfell, you feel me? Like Winterfell, like we're our own people. We ain't trying to get ruled, and then the hand pop off like, okay, bitch, okay for sure. Yeah. So we needed that. I got that, even though they didn't really solve anything, but just them trying to come together. You know, I needed that. Second thing I needed, which I told my friend.
You didn't tell us, by the way, or the stream either. This is something that you had private at work. Right?
Yeah. I need that Arya Gendry sex scene, bro. I needed that, man. I needed that. Look, I needed either or. I needed that, or I needed that Jamie Brienne scene, sex scene. But I didn't get that. I really don't think they're like compatible sex wise. I think they care for each other. Brienne and
Stop the distraction.
Yeah. I don't think Jamie and Brienne.
Jamie and Brienne.
Yeah. I don't think they're compatible. I think sexual wise, I think the love is there, but I think it's more of like a caring and like respect thing. So
it's a love brother sister thing.
I think it's that. Like I don't think it's sexual. I think Tormund has more of a chance to get Brienne.
Most heartfelt moment of the show.
If he keep pushing.
HC3, most heartfelt. I cried here. I cried.
It was. I love the scene. Most heartfelt. I mean, I guess because. Yeah. I'll say it was because.
Right.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Yeah, I'll say so too. Yeah. But that Grey Worm Missandei scene. That was pretty touching too, man.
That was cool.
That was cool too because he thinking after the war, man, like you know I'm not gonna I'm trying to leave, man. You know we'll protect you. You feel me? You know like yeah that was a good scene too, man. But I'm like, man, hey, he might be the first ones to go.
Exactly. Bro. You start talking about what you're gonna do after war, talk about your family and plans. You finna get got.
Yep.
That's what I was fearing, you know, because hey, I like Grey Worm, man. Like he an OG, like he tight. You feel me?
Yeah, he's tight.
Yeah, he's tight. So but I fear that for all my Naruto fans out there, he's gonna be that Neji. He's not that important to the story, but we care for him enough so if he die, we'll feel something.
Yeah.
You know, so I got a feeling that he's gonna be the first one to go.
How you feel about this scene here, HC3? Lyanna and Jorah. How did you feel about that little reunion? Did you feel like that was a little bit underwhelming? I felt it was a little underwhelming in my opinion. They're related, you know. They're both housewarming.
Yeah, they're cousins.
Long time coming for them to see each other, you know.
Yeah,
I kind of felt like that was a little bit.
It seemed like they weren't really. I don't know.
Family cared about each other. It wasn't that.
It seemed like they're related, but I don't know you.
Like, who's
like,
you?
Yeah, like that's my cousin, but your cousin I haven't seen for like 20 years or something like that. So they're blood, but they didn't really have that. They didn't.
I think it's more of
care for each other.
I think it's the family. That's how the family is, though. Period. They strong will like a motherfucker.
They are, but I don't know.
I think when he went like that, he was like, okay, I know what she about. She about that real.
It seemed like a Skinny Black situation, if you ask me. Yo, man, Skinny, man, when we go on tour, we gonna be laughing about this tour. I don't know. Who is you, bro? This fool Terrence Howard acting like he knew Skinny Black. You don't know Skinny Black. You know Skinny? He ain't no Skinny. This fool over here not getting no love from little cousin. It kind of felt a little bit weird to me. I wish it was a little bit more cherishing, though. But in all seriousness, though. But continue.
Yeah, and I think when Jon Snow told Daenerys, like,
so
I
we're
seen
here.
that
There's a donation right there from Gandalf the Grey. He says, "I'm worried for Jon. He will be gone by the end."
Gandalf, Gandalf in the building, y'all.
Gandalf the Grey, not even the White. He didn't die first. Lord of the Rings shit.
Lord of the Rings
shit.
Okay.
Yeah. But when
what are you talking about?
when Jon told Daenerys like, "Oh, I'm Aegon Targaryen," like, bruh, like I would expect it.
How'd that make you feel? Like, what was your thoughts seeing that go down?
It made me look. Daenerys, look, I get it. She tight. I don't like her. Y'all know that. I don't like her. That scene,
hater. He's a hater.
That scene made me not like her even more.
Fuck.
Because all she worried about is the freaking Iron Throne. Like, come on.
That's not true.
That's true.
Right.
And saying,
what is she doing there? She's there in the first place. She's worried about Iron Throne. She be firing, yoga flaming the shit out of Cersei. She's there for Jon. She's there for Aegon.
No, she's seen those White Walkers in action. Mm-hmm. She knows they're dangerous.
Yeah.
So yeah, when she said, who persuaded who? Like you know, the White Walkers. Like nah. If she didn't see the White Walkers in action, she would thought Jon was a liar, and she'll be over in Westeros right now with them dragons.
Not true, because in season 7 she says, "Bend the knee and I will fight for the North." She told him that before he ever mentioned whites, before he ever pushed the issue on whites, before she ever seen a White Walker, before her dragon ever got killed. She said, "Bend the knee, and then after, help me take the throne, and I will come fight your war." And then it became, "I will help you fight your war. Just roll with me." Then it was just like, we gonna defeat the Night King and his army. And then Jon was like, "All right, I'll bend the knee." So she gave herself and her resources to Aegon for the benefit of what he wanted. He wanted that, and she wanted to give that to him.
But she also knows if she went to Westeros and got that Iron Throne, which she could have any moment.
Yep.
The Walkers will still be coming, and she still have to face them.
That's true.
So why not face them now? They go get her throne.
I think it would probably be. Do you think it would have been easier for her to just go down to the Lannisters, burn up the Red Keep, and then steal the army and come back up there to fight the Whites with 50,000 more soldiers?
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the thing. The North already ain't messing with her. So if Jon had asked for that offer and she declined it and went to go Cersei to get on the throne, and then try to come back, I don't think it would have went the way that everybody thinks it would have went.
No. She wouldn't have came back. She would have had to face them White Walkers alone.
Watch your mouth, Uso.
Head on. So I think, no, look, her goal is not to kill the White Walkers. That's Jon's goal. Her main goal.
It's hers now too.
Her main goal is to get the Iron Throne. So when Jon Snow said, "Oh, I'm Aegon Targaryen," she didn't care. "Oh yeah, we fucked 2 times. We fucked 3 times. But I'm in love with you. You're the last male heir."
Yeah.
So her mind is just her mind. Her mind's not in the right place.
Where would your mind be at if you went through all that suffering, torture to get a throne, and then to find out it was all for nothing? I would have thought the same thing. But like, dang, all that shit I went through.
But that her greatest attribute is also her biggest flaw. She's so honed in on getting this throne. Mm-hmm. That's all she cares about. Which that's a good thing. All she cares about, though.
She clearly cares about fighting the Northern War. If she didn't care about being there or care about Aegon, she wouldn't be there.
She cares about not dying because she's seen what they can do to White Walkers,
she's
bro.
She's there because she loves Aegon, bruh. She's there for him.
Yes.
And for the North.
Yes, she loves Aegon. Yeah. She loves him. But she loves the Iron Throne more, bro.
If that was true, where would she be?
Wait. If she had to pick between the Iron Throne and Jon, she'll pick the Iron Throne.
She's going to pick Aegon. That's what's setting you up. Okay. That's what people don't understand.
Okay.
She's going to choose Aegon. She will give up the throne for Aegon to be king if he wants it. First of all, Aegon don't even want to be king. So he'll probably be like, I take it.
How we know he don't want to be king? Did he say it?
No, we didn't. But based on track record, he does not want the limelight. He doesn't want to rule. Yeah. He's a hired gun. He just wants to live his life. He's on some.
Yeah, but now he's the daddy now. It's different feelings.
Nah, I don't know. But that goes against who Aegon the character has been through the 8 seasons.
Yeah.
he doesn't even want the throne. He would probably even give it to her by default. I'll be your king. You'll be the queen of the. Or Khaleesi will say, this is what I think Khaleesi will say. You're the rightful heir. She will give it to him. And then he'll probably still be like, nah, but he'll take it. That still makes Khaleesi the queen. She just won't be the king. She'll be queen. He'll be king. That's freaking epic.
As auntie and nephew.
Well, that's different back in those days.
Yeah,
man.
Targaryens, they're with that shit.
His aunt is hot.
Targaryens marry each other, sex each other. It's part of their family.
No. I know, but look, Jon Snow, he's not going to want the Iron Throne, but
right,
it's not what he wants. It's what the people wants. He got named the King of the North because of the people.
Yeah,
he didn't want it.
That's true.
He didn't want it. Now, if people knew who he really is versus who Dany is, they gonna choose Aegon Targaryen.
Right, what Gandalf said. I said Jon could give her the throne. That's where I'm at. That's the North, though, about choosing Aegon. That's what you said, right?
No. Everybody, if he's going to announce him being to everybody that I am a Targaryen too. Yeah. I'm the last male Targaryen. People gonna choose him over Khaleesi, over Daenerys.
No, I don't think so. I disagree completely. The Unsullied are with Khaleesi. They don't care. The Unsullied army.
Oh, you're talking about episode 2? Okay, because they won't beat her in episode 3.
They gonna die, bro.
Hold on.
They gonna die.
We're not there yet, though. We're not there yet. The Unsullied army are there for Khaleesi.
Okay.
The Dothraki are there for Khaleesi.
What Dothraki?
They don't give a freak about her being Targaryen. Yeah. They never did.
Yeah.
Misa, right. That's their Misa. Marine, that's their Misa. They don't give a freak about what house you from. Yeah. She has all their hearts, bruh. Not their blind loyalty because she has Targaryen blood. Now, what we need to be talking about is when they find out that Jon Snow ain't really a Stark son of Ned, but a Lyanna Stark, and he's half Targaryen, the Northerners might be like, cool on you, bruh.
He's still a Stark, though. He's still a Stark.
But he's half Rhaegar's son?
Yeah, but at the same
Rhaegar Targaryen, son of the man who murdered Ned's father and brother?
That don't mean shit, bro.
Okay. That don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing, bro.
I don't think them OGs are even alive to even get mad. Where them OGs at to be like, man, yeah, I used to chill with your grandpa.
All of them, Car Stark.
Man, them fools gone, bro. I think they'll be pissed at Jon if
Glovers.
He knew the whole time. But, Bran and all them telling them that I'm a 3-eyed raven. Yes, it is true. He had nothing to do with this and yada, yada, yada. And he will talk about how the war was some BS. He'll talk. Bran gonna say some stuff. It wasn't supposed to be like this. It was all about love for Lyanna and all this stuff like that. Robert Baratheon and the truth to come out. That's why they're trying to kill him because he has the past. Bran knows all about the past, and once he starts splitting that past out, you will see that this war was actually just BS. It was just a love-hate situation. Someone loved someone, and it was all over a female.
Yeah, speaking of Bron, man, you brought up a Bron. How you said?
Oh shoot! Here we go, killer.
Moderators, get on your job. If there's spoilers in the chat, we're banning. We're 66 and people. We're getting on them.
How he said?
66.
How you said the Night King is coming for him? Mm-hmm. And at first I thought, man, bro, you a cocky little bastard, aren't you? Well, he's coming for me. He's coming for me. Big ass nose and shit, bro. But when Sam explained it, like, damn, like your knowledge don't come from books, like your knowledge is like it's basically everlasting and shit. So if I was Night King and I got to kill somebody, I'm killing you first. So that makes sense, and I like how they put it in there like that, like, and then they both like, oh, he touched me, so he already knows where I'm at. So we was always wondering, what was the goal of the Night King, and I think the goal is to take up 3-eyed Raven, bro.
Yeah,
like his main goal. Right.
Well, he said his main Bran 3-eyed Raven.
Yeah.
Said that his main goal was to
someone new rap name
end the world.
Oh well, yeah.
Make it all icy and dark and black.
Yeah.
And in order for it to stay icy and dark and black, I got to kill this motherfucker that knows all about the 7 kingdoms and the histories and the lores of everything.
Correct.
He wants to erase the memory of anybody living in Westeros ever. And he has to kill Bran in order to do that. So, yeah.
We got that, but it's like, do we really have, like, the reasoning behind that? You know?
Nah, not really.
He like
really.
I don't want him to be like a
nothing of the Night King.
A shallow character, you know?
Yeah.
Like have we ever heard him talk?
Never,
right?
Never.
Like
heard him scream before he became the Night King. When he put that dagger in his chest.
He can't talk. His throat dry, bro. It's ice cold.
Yeah, so
he got the magical powers, man.
So I'm thinking hopefully we get some dialogue in there, or is it gonna be like a?
Do you want him to talk?
No, it's gonna be a
J3,
Kane. It's gonna be a
you don't
Kane
want him to
Undertaker thing. So he talk. I'm gonna defeat you. It's all over, bro. I don't want to see this
like
no
that.
more.
That is, J3 got a point. Like once you hear the voice, it better be epic.
Better
if
be
it
that
ain't
Darth
there,
Vader.
Yeah.
If he sound like the original dude.
better be Keith David coming out that motherfucker, bro.
Hey,
Are you in good hands?
Yeah, it better be Keith David, David Palmer, Lawrence Fishburne, Morgan Freeman. It better be some epic coming out that Night King's throat,
bro.
He sound like
I'm saying he might sound and he already looked like this epic character, Darth Maul, baby. Darth Maul had a smooth voice. He had a smooth voice, bro. He had a smooth, sexy, kind of deep voice, man. So I mean, if he talk, it's gonna gotta be it gotta be right.
Revelation from J3. What you got?
Didn't Arya get something like a dual saber weapon? Bro, if them fools go down like some Star Wars Jedi sitting on that ice field.
Wait. Aren't the writers doing a Star Wars trilogy? Reveal! First time on Jody's Corner. Breaking news. Breaking.
Bruh.
The weapon was there. She was twirling it.
This nigga, if we do a side-by-side comparison, the Night King look just like the freaking species of Darth Maul.
The species.
They look just alike if you think about it. Yeah. And you right, bro.
Oh, shoot, man.
Hey.
Darth Maul make me want to set the mood up in this motherfucker.
And what
make
is
it all red.
Hey, what is
Darth Maul, baby.
But no, real stuff. Don't he have a fire sword and junk too? That's some Star Wars shit about to go down red. Yup.
Yeah. Hey, we just came up with something, bro.
Hey, I would
Revelation, baby. But yeah,
what did you feel about this scene right here, man? This was really nice. Made me feel warm inside. Them sitting around a campfire, drinking, talking about their stories, about their accomplishments, before they all go to die in battle.
Honestly, I mean,
Tormund over there getting at her and shit.
Yeah. Besides, it would have been, I don't know, maybe too many people. I mean,
too many people.
Yeah. It felt like they wasn't needed. If it was just Brienne and Jamie sitting in front of the fireplace, I would have been cool with that, you know. But as far as like Podrick singing and shit like that, and
I like when Podrick was singing. You like that?
And Tormund talking about this freaking giant sex stories and shit.
Bro,
like
that was freaking glorious, man. Man, you didn't like that?
For me, it wasn't.
Suck on like, the tits for 3 months.
If they
sucked me at her teeth for 3 months, that's why I'm big and strong.
If they had more of the heavy hitters there together, it felt like we had what Jorah was there. Podrick.
Yeah.
Sir Davos was there. Tormund,
Brienne and Jaime, and Tyrion.
It felt
heavy hitters, bro.
It felt like it could have been better. Like if Jon Snow and Dany was there too, like it felt like that was the calm before the storm, and I wanted more of the characters that I cared about to be there. But that night scene that look, it was all tipsy too. So I'm not really, and it's probably nitpicking, but
Brienne wasn't tipsy. You know she wasn't drinking shit.
She had half a cup or something.
No, half cup for Podrick.
She said half cup for Podrick.
No. She drunk too.
She didn't drink nothing, bro.
She drunk. She was like, okay, I'll get a glass too.
She didn't.
She did to Tyrion.
Nah.
She did, I think. Bruh,
Nah.
I think she
It went from I
did.
She says, I don't
to
drink before a fight.
I think.
She said, I don't drink before a fight.
Yeah, she didn't drink, and that's what Project said she can get half, and then Tyrion filled that sucker up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
oops.
Oops.
She did drink. She did. She did.
Water?
She said,
All
I have a drink and sat down.
The chat is exclamation, exuberating the fact that Brienne sullied her honor, and she drank.
So
I stand corrected.
So me saying they was tipsy. I
Don't
don't
mean she
really.
was drunk though.
That's a big woman. It take a lot
I
more
don't
than a
really
cup.
think. Again, this is me nitpicking. I don't really think a knight can knight another person. I don't think that.
Yeah, I think that.
And
Yeah,
I don't think he.
I never heard that before.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that was him being half drunk, but it was a good scene.
That's
but
effed up,
but
bruh.
that was a good scene. But only a king can knight a knight. Not a knight can knight a knight. So that's it.
I think the Lord can knight a knight as well.
I know.
Okay, but he's just a knight. So.
I think a knight can, because sometime when you're at war, and there is no king in there, and sometime for survival, like they will.
For survival.
Yeah,
I'm a knight you for survival.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? You're at war. I think a knight can. I think a knight, a lord.
How can a knight give his same duty to someone else?
Exactly. So
Like y'all on the same level. Like how could you? Usually, someone higher in power
Well, it's
gives
kind
lower
of.
power.
I mean, it's. I think he could. He knew all. He. I know a king is automatically in there.
Josh S says Jamie was knighted by Arthur Dane. He's a knight. I don't know if that's true or not.
I think a knight can. It's certain. It's certain.
Lando 57 said he's seen it in other movies as well. So maybe you're right, J3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that scene was good to me, bro. Like it wasn't as emotional as other people felt that it was, but it was a good scene. She had teary eyes, man. You can feel the emotion.
Yeah,
you can feel the passion. What J3? What you gotta
It's
say?
that low dog look.
Oh, that love dog look.
Shout out to Mr. Sean 3 Kids for the $5 donation. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you. Mr. Sean 3 Kids says either Varys or one of the Lannister brothers will double cross Khaleesi and kill her. Bruh, no one's double crossing Khaleesi and killing her.
Not those individuals.
Especially no.
It might be Bron.
Nah, shut up. That's crazy. Nah, heck no.
Brian
bro.
not going.
I don't see that. That's too much of a. That's crazy. That's out there.
And for my second prediction that the Arya Genji scene needed that, bro. We needed that, man.
I think she needed it.
Yeah,
they both did. He got look. He got a hard on, man. When she freaking threw them freaking daggers all in the same place, he was like, oh, this bitch is. Oh, okay. She's not the little girl. You know, I knew.
Yeah.
You know, so he went back there. He was in the shadows, bro, like Batman, bro. He was just. Oh yeah, he just.
He made that with the.
She made sure she went down there to practice her arrow archery.
Mm-hmm.
She knew what she was doing.
Robert was like,
she went down there for the D, and she got the hammer.
Hey, I wonder what Robert was telling Ned at the time while Ned's holding his head. Don't do it, Arya. Don't do it. My son hammered your daughter.
They gonna have a baby. They gonna have a baby, man. That'd be nice, man. But the half Stark and half Baratheon baby that J3 was talking about the other, last week. But that's a great idea, man.
But the fact where she took them gloves off and she was asking them about, you know, how many women you slept with.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell she's a good actor. When she first asked him about, you know, oh, so how many women have you slept with? Her eyes and face like
she grew up.
She was so open to. It's like
yeah,
playing possum, like playing cat and mouse, playing, you know, taking gloves off. Oh my God, man! Hey, took that shirt off. See them scars?
Yeah, bro.
I got turned on. See them scars, bro.
Yeah,
she been through battles, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
My brother.
You went to
the way she was looking at him and talking to him with those sex me eyes. Bro. Look at those sex me eyes. Look how she's.
Watch that eyebrow.
She is just sexing the shit out of him right now.
Oh. The eyebrows matter. She played that scene very good.
They put
Heck
extra
yes, she
mascara
did.
on that eyebrow.
She
It was like,
played-
what this
she
look
played-
like?
Look, oh man. She look how she walking up to him. She's like, "What's up, Daddy? I heard you the biggest man in the village. I heard you really fired. So break me off some of that." I don't know. I don't know if you could take that. Oh, I can take it.
Eyebrow.
Look at that.
I'm like, "You sure?"
She.
Oh,
Look
I
at
love
that. She.
That turned me. This whole thing turned me on.
I
Wait,
can
wait,
imagine walking
wait,
down
look,
the hall. Dude.
Look. She first got.
I know that joke's standing. Dude. Oh! What is that? Oh! Oh!
Wait, make that sound.
What is that smell?
Bruh, you know Arya
they-
wasn't cleaning that motherfucker the right way,
They
bruh.
were
She been on the road killing folk. You think she cleaning her vag like a lady? Nah, bruh.
Menstrual cycles and
Nah,
stuff.
bruh. That shit was sweaty and musty and shit. You know that she smelled bad, bruh. Come on now. Come on, bruh. Come on now, man.
I still smashed
She ain't no
her, bro.
lady, bruh. As soon as
I
them
still-
drawers,
I
them
still
trousers
smashed her.
came down, bruh, that sheet right didn't smell good, man.
Hey, look.
Oh. Funking up that whole area, man, and shit, bruh.
Hey,
Oh.
all serious
You see
though.
the horse?
Arya look like the type of chick when she bleeds, she don't even put no cotton up that motherfucker, bruh. She just let it all come out.
You nasty, bro. Come on, man. Hey, you can't about experience, man. Damn, that real shit.
That's that real shit,
Yeah,
bro.
real shit, bro.
You really think about it, man. She
Yeah.
probably smell bad.
Yeah, man.
I try not to, but when she took off all that leather and stuff, and then
All
she
that
like
hot
leather.
leather. All that hot, steamy leather.
Concealing that funk.
She was down there shooting arrows, working out in that hot leather, bruh. I don't know, bruh. With those bandages and shit, scars,
Open
scar
wounds.
tissue, open in blood, pus and
y'all
shit.
stupid, man. Y'all tough as hell.
But yeah, that joke's funny, bro.
I really seen her grow before her eyes, and then when she took off the leather and stuff like that, and you seen her regular clothes, like her regular shirt and pants, it kind of reminded me of the Arya from season 1. So I'm like, damn, look at you know how she was wearing rags and shit,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh man, I'm like, I'm kind of get reminded of the kid Arya. I'm like, oh man, this bad. Then she took off that shirt and seen them big ass double D's. I'm like, okay, never mind, she's a woman now.
CG.
Huh?
Those was all CG. I think that was all
That
CG.
body was CG.
That was CG. Like
But
a
she does
motherfucker.
have she is mature.
Yeah, she's mature.
Negative. That was all her.
You think that was all
That
her?
was all her. That was
Just
all
like
her
you,
boob.
you know that wasn't all Cersei when she was naked either.
What do you mean?
The Walk of Shame
What do
was
you
not
mean?
her.
What do you mean?
What showed her coochie hair, the pussy, all that, the
Yeah.
titties? Was not her, bruh. Body double.
Are you serious?
I'm positive,
Yeah.
bro. You know Hodor's long schlong? Hodor. Oh, you're a man. That she was touched the grass. I was like, look at this big
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
CG cock, bruh. That's how Game of Thrones do. Whole cock was CG. Fake. So them titties wasn't real.
That's look real to me, man.
Yeah, they look real. That's the point.
I want the sucker.
My man OVO Aubrey Graham OVO.
Shout out to
This
Drake,
nigga's a
yo.
Drake fan. ISTG. What is that abbreviation for? I don't know. I'm not a social media guy. He says if Sansa ends up with Theon, he says, I swear to God, if Sansa ends up with Theon, Jon plus Sansa for the win. Tight.
Yeah.
Sansa and no, they're like brother and sister. Sansa and Theon, they're basically brother and sister.
Wait,
They're-
he's saying John and Sansa?
No, he. I think he was talking about like those are his favorite.
Theon's
characters.
not gonna make it past episode 3.
Theon's dead tomorrow. I mean,
Next
next
Sunday.
Sunday.
I think he's going to survive a long time.
Unless he runs. If he fights, he's dead.
Look, the way Sansa was looking at Reek, it wasn't no brotherly sisterly love. It was like, oh, I'm feeling some real like sexual type love for him. That's what I got. Her look. She was looking kind of like how Arya was looking at Gendry.
Nah.
Because
Who?
Sansa was looking at Theon like that.
No.
At the end, yes, she was. That's what I got from it.
That's because you're sick.
She was
That's because you're freaking sick in the head.
what? She was looking at Theon like she had the little like a slight smirk and was like giving her eyes got low. Bro, I know how women look at guys when they want them, bro.
I think it was more of a welcome home situation.
Yeah,
like, it
bro,
was like, wow, you're back.
Nah, bro. Nah, they been through so just like Arya and Gendry. They've been through so much, bro. Together.
Different.
At the beginning, how was it different?
Well, with Arya and Gendry, they were captured together and they were with the
No,
Night's Watch.
same thing as
it was brief.
Son?
It was brief. It was like 2 episodes. They were with each other Night's Watch, and she immediately was attracted to him. She saw him with the shirt off. Arya was like,
Yeah, hormones started getting.
With Sansa and Theon, it was never that. It was never that moment of tension, that moment of silence, that uncomfortability, sexuality scene. It was never like that, bro. And they were raised together in Winterfell together. They grew up together. They're like brother and sister.
It was him caring for her endlessly that made her feel some type of way about him. That's how I feel.
I'm not.
He rescued her and everything, bro. Like took a chance on her, bro.
I don't believe that at all. That kills me, bro.
Yeah, but that's how they get down in them times, man. One day you could just be a brother, next
First
day
of
you
all,
bashing your sister.
He ain't got no cock.
That's perfect for her.
Grey
I think
Worm,
she got enough.
Missandei.
I think she got enough of.
That's different.
What's her boy name that had her? Ramses. I think she got enough of him, so I think she can go without a cock for a very long time. Because he was doing her dirty in her butt.
She said that she can still feel him till this day.
Yeah.
He did damage to that puss and
looking at the chat, most of the chat agrees with you, HD3. Most of the chat believes that Sansa and Theon have a thing for each other.
That's what I think.
That's crazy, man.
Bro.
A lot of people agree with you what you're saying.
Bro, look, if a guy rescue me and shit like that,
Guy rescue me.
look, I'm a freaking damsel in a distress. Come on, man. Like so many times, he loves her, bro.
Okay.
I think I'll give you that. I think he loves her,
and she loves him.
She has a brother-ly love for him,
bro.
Because I think he loves her. I think he loves her, man. When he saw how he was doing her in front of him, and he felt he couldn't help her because she was seriously like he was watching him have sex with her, dude. Like that was the little girl that he grew up with, and Tyrion or Theon, he's he used to get it in. You know what I'm saying? And he loves redheads. You know that, right? That fool loves some redheads.
And as she was getting fucked by Ramsay, Sansa was looking at Reek for help. So this girl was getting effed in the ass looking at him. and Reek looking at her like I'm gonna help you, Sansa. I'm gonna help you. But him getting hard. Oh shit, never mind.
Mental hard.
Yeah, mentally hard. He found some kind of attraction to that, bro. That's what I think. All right, that's probably just my sick mind.
So let me ask a question. I think Tyler said, who do you think smells worse, Bran or Arya Stark?
Bran.
Bran, hands down, it's Bran. J3?
Bran.
I'll say that again.
Bran.
Definitely.
I don't think he even has a word for his smell.
Bro.
I don't even think I don't smell anymore. It doesn't matter how I smell.
Bro.
I'm the three-eyed raven.
When Tyrion asked him, do you need help? Bro, I died, bro.
Yeah.
Do you need help over there?
Bro, all right. Hey, shout out to you for bringing that up, bro. Because
are you okay?
I think,
and he's a little man, so I think they were. He was just walking away. He was like, "Can I help you? Do you need any help? Can I give you some assistance?"
Very unnoticeable scene, yo.
Yeah.
I think we need to pay attention to that scene. Most
of course,
of all.
yes.
He sat down.
Yes.
He told him everything.
Yes.
He told him everything,
Yes.
yo. He told him everything.
Correct. Facts.
Tyrion knows, and now Tyrion is back. Now his motives, his plans, his decision making is going to be on a whole nother level.
He knows that he's Aegon Targaryen,
and he knows that he might be a Targaryen. He knows it all.
Oh, shut the freak!
He knows it all.
Do you think that,
bruh?
Do you think
what?
That in that conversation when he said, "Tell me everything," that Bran also told him about his mother, about having sex with
The
the
Mad
Mad King behind Tywin's back and being birthed as a Targaryen?
Yes, sir.
That would be tight.
I think that scene told it all, bro. And that's why they made this one really. They made this episode feel like a series finale, but a stories. You know, the old school stories.
Yeah.
And they just cut snapping it off. It was funny how he was able to. At first, he wanted to fight the war, and then he was like, "Okay, I'll just use my mind and do what I do best." And then they sat down, they drank, and they chilled, and they said, this might be our last night. He talked to Jamie. He knows so much right now, bruh.
Chad disagrees.
He didn't
Hey,
choose
it's fine,
that though.
it's fine.
He didn't choose to sit down and use his mind. He wanted to be out there. But Daniel was like, no, you should stay down there. Your mind,
Yeah.
So
that
Tyrion wanted to fight.
Yeah. He wanted to fight, bro.
But that's look over here. No, what I'm saying. But afterwards, because that's when he talked to Bran. After that,
Oh yeah.
he talked to Bran after that, and now it was a different turn.
After he was told to
Well,
to
it's one thing
go
being
somewhere.
told, but then you still have a resistance to it. Like, I really want to do something. But after he was given that information, he was sitting in there. After he talked to Bran, Lord, I know he was dying of smell. But after he talked to him, and then he all sat down with all the, I will say, the great minds besides Varys at that table sitting there. All the individuals that had something to do with him. Podrick, you had Dorm. It just had a lot. It had a great feel of he knows what's finna go down, G. I think he knows. I think he understands who he is, where he stands in this place. I think everyone's sleeping on him, man. It was a reason why Sansa said what she said about his mind. And then Jorah goes to Khaleesi and tells him about his mind. And then he sits with the holy grail of everything, and he just picks his mind. Tyrion's gonna ask him the right questions to get all the information he needs. I wouldn't be surprised that John comes full force and he'd be like, "Wow, he knew it. He knew so much right then and there."
Hey, look, I know it's a bit of a reach, but why don't everybody just ask Brian, who wins the war?
They did.
He doesn't know the future. He can't tell the future. He only tells the present and the past. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks to Mandy for the $5 donation. Shout
Hey,
out to
Mandy. Shout out to Mandy for coming yesterday. Mandy was here yesterday.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Mandy. Mandy says for clarification of why Cersei wasn't nude for the Walk of Atonement, was that she was pregnant. So that's why Mandy said that she used the body double.
Because 300, she was nude. 300, she showed some.
Oh, I definitely don't think she was afraid to show.
No,
her
I'm
body
saying because in
double.
300 she was nude. Yeah.
Yeah, she was getting plowed in that motherfucker. So that's it for this.
But yeah, no,
Oh,
I thought. No,
Okay, go ahead. Final quote.
I really thought that he could tell the past, present, and future.
Oh no.
That's what I thought.
On the past.
Future really is something else. If you know what the future is, and you can really do some epic shit.
But okay.
All right, so that's it for that topic, guys. We will be right back in 30 seconds. Thank you, guys. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We are back, and I have Ronan Joe Genji with me. Triple.
What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Encyclopedia's here. Let's get it.
Tight. We got some other news to talk about, man. Let's move on to this next topic, yo. Next topic includes, when you guys see like the pause, that's basically a really easy way for a timestamp, but we be uploading these a little bit later. So there's Bad Boys for Life. Bad Boys for Life has officially finished production. initial production, finished wrapping, filming. Will Smith came out and announced it. And this is took it from a Cinema Blend right here. So it says that's a wrap. Bad Boys for Life has officially wrapped filming with stars Will Smith and Martin Lawrence confirming the news. That's what I'm supposed to do. AC3, can you Can you read that right there? It's kind of far for me.
Yeah. It's been nearly 25 years since the original entry in the franchise first hit theaters. Will Smith took to Instagram to confirm that filming Bad Boys 3 has officially finished. It's a wrap, Bad Boys for Life. What is that? Concluded de Mexico?
Let me see. He said, that's a wrap. Bad Boys for Life. Cuidad de Mexico.
Okay,
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Now hand me a margarita and a pack of tropical fruit Bubblicious. Quote from Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence also tweeted out, Bad Boys, it's a wrap. Hashtag Team Marty Marr. Hashtag Bad Boys for Life. Hashtag history.
History in the making.
So, I'm very curious to know what you guys think about this, man. Who wants to target this first? I think, Ronan, you might want to go first, huh?
I'll go first, man.
What you think, Ronan Joe Triple?
This movie was kind of up and down because it was going through like all this development hell process.
Yes.
Different writers came on, different directors came on. I'm waiting. It's a franchise I do like, and it's an action franchise that's, rare, and it's a buddy cop film that I like. You know what I'm saying? So we haven't had one of those in a while. I just hope they give it like a farewell. I hope they don't really try to milk it because they waited so long, because we really could have got 2 parts of this. It was really supposed to be like a part 1 and a part 2 to this. But they waited. So I think
Michael Bay was on board. Now he's not.
Yeah.
That was something.
He was on. Yep, exactly. Him, and then Carnahan, the guy that did Narc, The Gray, Smoking Aces. He wrote it, but then they changed his draft and everything. He had like a conclusion, like set up for like a part 1 and a part 2. So I'm excited. I'm waiting for that trailer though. But hopefully, I don't want it to seem like it's incomplete, even though this is a continuation to like part 1 and 2. You know what I mean? Because it's easy to bring them back, but then like something can be missing. You know what I mean? Because again, it's been so long. Like we've been begging for it, but now that it's here, it's like, do we really still feel like we want to see it? You know what I'm saying? Until that trailer drops, and maybe it'll change. But as of right now, I'm kind of like, it's kind of
on the fence.
Yeah,
is
like
Michael
too
Bay?
late, but
Is Michael Bay still directing that?
No,
Oh.
he's not.
So no, he's not directing. That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
When I heard that, I was like, oh shit. But look, they released a picture. I want to get y'all thoughts on this image.
This picture?
No, this one. No, my bad. This one. Oh my God. Can Martin Lawrence's face get any fatter? He looked like he been floating in the river for 2 weeks, bruh. God damn.
Martin
God
Martin
damn.
That's Mike Lowry now,
bro.
That's Mike Lowry, bruh.
Oh,
Fuck.
Still look the same.
He looks
Bullshit.
nah.
He looks like Mr. Potato Head, bro.
His face looks like the number 8. What you talking about?
No.
He don't
I
look
talk
the same.
about Will Smith.
Yeah, Mike Lowry, right. He's right. Marcus, my bad. Marcus.
Yeah, Mike Lowry.
Yeah, Mike Lowry's on point.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Marcus.
yeah.
Yeah. Marcus. That motherfucker. On the first 48, we pulled Marcus out. He's been in the river for 3 weeks. That looks like that body soaked all that water up into them cells. He's puffy, like he about to pop. Somebody get a needle and put it in his cheek. Watch him burst.
Look.
That motherfucker, that looks like something else, man.
2019, man.
At least he healthy.
I hope he is.
Bad Boys 1 was tight. Part 2 was good too, man. But what happened?
He read something, bro.
That motherfucking chat ain't shit. Hold on. Who said that?
What happened?
Z-Shot Media?
What happened?
I glanced at that shit.
What'd he say?
He looked like a bulldog.
Man, fool.
Like a bulldog. Oh, shit.
I didn't look at chat that much, man. We get wrecked by the chat.
I
and
just
shit.
glanced. Bro, my eyes went over there. And
I already
all
knew
saw
when he
was
choked. I was
bulldog.
like, saw something.
That fool Hey,
Go ahead.
He do.
Oh, freak.
But
You got the same jacket on.
Oh, shit.
but yeah, man. I fear that maybe it's a little bit too late for this movie. If they did it right after 2, then I probably been more hype, man. Like, look at this shit, man.
That's classic right there.
That was a classic thing, bro.
Look at the change of that face.
Look at him.
Look at
him.
Yeah, look at him.
He looks sexy.
Look at that face.
He went from that to Carl Winslow.
You went from that face.
He like a caterpillar now.
God dang, bruh.
That transformation.
That contrast is epic, man.
Bad Boys 2, 1080. Bad Boys for Life, 4K.
It's a water, man. I got some.
That shit reminded me of Transformers 2 when Optimus blasted Megatron. Starscream! My nigga. Optimus hit him with that booyah, bro. Starscream! Oil and gasoline coming out his mouth and shit.
Sam, hold on to the cue.
That jaw.
He sold that. Hey, he sold it, bro. That was that active.
Oh, freak.
But yeah,
Samuel.
Man,
I would, like I said before, man. I'll be more hyped for it, man, if it was back to back, bro. But I believe they waited too long. People are clearly out of shape. I'm not saying.
People.
I ain't saying no names, bro. But some people are clearly not who they once were.
What you talking about?
So man, that could play an effect on how the movie look. You know what I mean? It's like having a Superman film with the fast Superman. Like nobody want to watch that. Like
I wouldn't go that hard. Superman, he's Mark as a cop.
I'm just saying, like the people physiques matter, in film.
Yeah. For me to be fat in real normal life, it's okay, but movie star,
he should got back in shape.
He's been sick though. Martin's been sick.
He's been sick, really?
I didn't know that.
He after the whole of the drugs, he had that heat stroke, I think.
Oh wow!
He have to, it was a couple years back though, but he's been that's
over
why
time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He probably made a toll on him. I don't know. I remember that he had a heat stroke.
Cops are fat. I get it, but they wasn't fat. They was a lean, mean green machine.
Danny
right
Glover
there.
wasn't fat though. He was a shave. He had that old man strength.
Yeah.
John McClane wasn't fat.
Yeah, even the way before Danny Glover was on
he was
point.
still in shape. Martin Riggs wasn't fat.
Still in shape. He old as H though, but he
some people just have that genetic body code. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kurt Russell was in shape too. He played a lot of cops, and him Stallone. They all.
Kurt Russell is in fine shape.
Yeah,
isn't he?
they maintained it.
I just watched
He's a
Escape
sexy
from
old
LA,
man.
bro. I
He's
just
a
watched
sexy old man.
It's like
He's
yesterday.
sexy, bro.
Hey, bro, if I was a
It's
female,
crazy.
I'll let Kurt smash, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was a guy, I would smash right now.
Yeah. Same here, bro. After I let Brad Pitt smash, bro.
Let's not go down this road, man. Because Henry Cavill is. But anyway. But yeah, this. I have. I'm not hyped for this film, but I'm going to see it. Just see what they bring.
Want to see what
hopefully it's not cheesy. And hopefully it's not Will Smith out. You know what I mean? Like like he's a big star. And shit like that.
Scenes like this. Was that Will Smith too much? Was that too much Will? This scene right here?
It was a good scene, but yeah, Will put a lot. Yeah, we put a lot into that.
Yeah, he did.
But it was a good scene though.
Yeah,
But it was all Will. So yeah, my hype level for this is minimum.
Okay.
So yeah, man, that's where I'm at.
J3?
Oh well, I'm gonna have to be the different one. I can't wait to see this. I agree. It has been a long time, but media needs something like this. We need two individuals. I think Martin has a perfect balance with Will Smith, and how Will Smith perceives himself in film. So I think they have great chemistry on screen together. Yes, Martin Lawrence is a little fat, but you got to remember he was ready to retire at the end of Bad Boys 2. He might be retired now, or it might be a chief or maybe a PI or something like that, just to get his feet wet and stuff like that. He, still in the game. Mike Lowry got with his sister, which is Gabrielle Union. So I can see, the age in both of them, and I would love to see this team up once again. Buddy cops need to come back. I've been preaching it. Action films are starting to rise, and they're gonna have to start with some of the, bring some sequels in and get some newer teams coming. I have nothing against Will nor Martin. Yeah, Will's been doing he's taking it too far, but this is something I think is very grounded for him as an actor. He played a great character, and Martin is the type. Martin likes to play the Chris Rock role. Martin understands that he is a savage when it comes to his mouth. So he likes to take the sit back a lot and throw in the jabs, but then let Will be the comedy goer. And it's a great blend, man. Yeah. I agree with you and you. I really want to see the trailer. Yeah. I'm really hyped for it. I've been really wanting this. This is something that will give, if it is successful, it will give Hollywood another spark of making more action movies. I don't want another Die Hard like Die Hard 4 was. I don't want.
You mean 5?
5.
4
I
was good.
I don't want another Die Hard 5. You know what I mean? Throwing in new characters, but show me the old school characters and give me a good movie, man. Michael Bay's not behind it, so I don't expect to see a lot of explosions. But personally, even though I like part 2, I thought part 1 was the most grounded, and I really dug the whole theme of detective cop movie.
It was more detective.
And since they're a little older, I think I'm gonna get more of that grounded mode with them because they ain't gonna be doing kicks and flips as much as we think.
I'm saying like if they acknowledge them being older. Like saying, like man, like we
ain't too old for this shit.
I'm older.
Need the weapon, bro.
I'm waiting for it.
If they play on that, then yeah, it could work. But if they're trying to do what he did in Bad Boys 1, something like
this
that,
shit here, try to be Bad Boys 1.
No. It's not going to work. It's going to flop. They have to play on the fact that they are older men now, and they're not what they used to be. So, hopefully they go that route.
I think they are, though.
Okay, that's good.
Because Martin don't even like running. Like, ain't no way of playing that. I think this should really be less CG, more practical. Give me that old school Bad Boys, Lethal Weapon type of movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It needs to come back in full circle and show these young bucks what it's all about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like that. I have a different take. I feel where y'all coming from, but this is kind of. I think this is negative in my opinion. This is bad news for me. They filmed fast, bruh. What were they filming? 3 months, Ronan? I remember when they announced that they were filming. It feels like 3 or 4 months of filming. That quick, really? Right. Lets me know there's going to be probably a lot less action, a very much smaller budget, and it might rely on something more grounded like comedy or
star power.
She likes their star power as well. I don't think that this is going to be good. I don't think this was a good idea. This reminds me. This might be some. This might be known as the sequel that never should have happened.
Damn.
Like
and that's how I feel. I don't like to feel like that, but bruh, 4 months of filming
and then the development.
Michael Bay's gone. First of all, you're losing off that. Michael Bay did 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. This franchise is Michael Bay just as much as it is Martin and Will Smith.
Oh yeah.
So you lost Michael Bay, you lost writers, you lost this development budget. Cancel, push back, cancel.
Rewrite.
And then it's filmed in like 3-4 months.
Crazy.
But I mean,
I don't like it.
I mean, 3-4 months is a decent amount of time.
Not for a Bad Boys movie.
But that's I think because of Michael Bay, he added so much in part 2. But part 1 was more. That's what I'm saying. They're a little older now. I doubt that all the stuff that they got into in part 2. I think it's gonna be more of like a part 1. So I don't expect it to be the action portion of part 2. But part 1, I think that's
part 1 had great action too, though.
It did, but I think you looking at the actors, they Will Smith's still in good shape, but Martin ain't. You know what I mean? And that's gonna take away. I mean, I
also remember. I think all the Bad Boys movies were like well over 2 hours. Both of them.
2 was longer than 1.
2 is long.
Yeah.
Part 1 barely hit 2 hours.
Did it?
Yeah.
2 hours of actual movie though.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's
The
120
second
minutes.
one was like an MCU movie, like
felt like 2.5 hours,
like
bro.
140 minutes or something.
Yeah, bro. Bad Boys 2 felt like
Yeah,
2.5
that
hours.
third-
You
that
thought it was
act?
over.
Yeah.
It went to Cuba and
Yeah,
That
yeah,
third act?
yeah, you-
That third act, nonstop.
non-stop,
Yeah,
bro.
and then you got to remember, because you made another good point, bro. Like, they may take a backseat, but remember, Mike and Marcus had the TNT, the Tactical Narcotics Team. They had their homies like come and help. Remember when the sister got kidnapped?
Yeah.
They had a squad, so we may see them too. And another question I wanted to get on, like, is the captain coming back the same guy?
I don't know.
I think so.
That'd be dope, man. I hope they don't replace
I
him.
think, yeah.
But they all
he needs
old.
work too.
But you see what I'm saying?
He
Like,
was
it's
he
a
never was in
reunion,
the
though.
field. He was just a guy yelling at him.
Yeah.
Giving them the missions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Them messing up, being screwballs. Him, what are you doing? And stuff. They gotta bring him
but
back.
that's his job. He does it in almost everything he plays the chief in. But
Well, it's a reunion. At the
Martin
end.
might take that spot.
That'd be interesting.
You see what I'm saying?
That'd be different.
And it's just I see what you're saying, Jody, but at the same time, this is a non. I think it's gonna be. Really
This could be a good movie still.
I think
This
it's
could
gonna
be
be
really
practical.
dope, but I don't know.
I think we shouldn't raise our expectation to what part 2 gave us, because that was Michael Bay basically signing that telling Paramount he can make an action based over exaggerated film and make it tight, and then the rest is history. Transformers.
Oh, he came out and admitted it. Like with the Bad Boys franchise, he said, I'm gonna make movies that critics are gonna hate because they trash Bad Boys too, but the fans embrace that. So that's a great point.
The
knew-
critics really trash Bad Boys 2?
Yes.
That's a freaking fantastic
Course.
freaking movie, man.
But we know,
Bad Boys 2 is fire.
like he said, people are coming to see that chaos, that chaos. He
That
has-
chaos.
He has a tongue of bro.
That
Chaos, blood. That's what the blood would say.
Hey.
Man, we here for that chaos.
You feel me? Hey,
chaos,
no, he has his own terminology because people know what they're signing up to when they go for a Michael Bay movie. It's facts.
Yes,
And for him
facts.
to know that he's like, I'm gonna make a fun, kick-ass action movie that critics are gonna trash, but the fans embrace that. That's why we're still here, and I think that's why we got for life. Though they
Michael
waited
Bay
too
has
long.
made some really good film though.
13 hours was good too.
13 hours.
Nobody
The
talks
Rock.
about that. Pain and Gain was good.
Pain and Gain was good.
I'm saying?
Both Bad Boys movies.
Yeah, but
Michael Bay's not a bad
The
director.
Island?
he's not.
He did The Island,
The
didn't
Island
he?
was
That
tight.
shit fired, and it
The
made
Island
no
was tight.
money.
He recycled chase scenes from
Bruh.
other movies. That's how dope it was. Just
The
to save
Island
money.
made no money, Ronan. It made no
Hey,
money. Ewan
he's dope.
McGregor, Scarlett Johansson, that was her at her best, by the way.
Yeah,
Prime.
yeah.
Freaking
Paramount.
fine as a mother,
Yeah,
bruh.
yeah.
Seeing Michael Clark Duncan run. No.
Hey. Paramount.
Digimon Hansu,
they need to do
Jimon
that,
Hansu. Who?
Yep.
I said Jimon Hansu. Who? Blood Diamond. Who? Him.
I'm a star.
Dio.
I'm a star.
Dio.
I know exactly
Say
what
it
you're
again.
talking about.
Who you got?
I'm a star.
Who?
Bro, he never
Beauty Shop.
he never ages.
Give us.
Same.
He never ages.
Give us free.
Give
He
us.
never
free.
ages.
Shout out to Spielberg, bro.
First movie to freaking Captain Marvel, man. He never ages, bro.
That's why he made him a robot.
He don't
Same.
age,
Black
huh?
don't crack.
Never
everybody.
back down.
The ghost just
Same.
turned great. That's it.
He don't age.
That's it. He
And it turned great
look
because they
good.
painted it gray.
Yep.
He look good,
That's
bro.
a
He
prime
does.
example of black don't
When
crack.
you that black,
He don't crack.
Bro.
shoot.
That's tight.
I don't know,
Sexy
man. I
ass.
see some crack
Sexy.
black people though.
That's because they do crack. You can't be black and do crack because you'll crack. Like Armageddon.
Who? Nah.
Armageddon, bruh.
Yeah.
That Armageddon is the best
a guilty
natural
pleasure.
disaster movie
It's a great guilty pleasure.
of all time. Name a better one. Let's go. Name a better natural disaster
few.
movie
But
than Armageddon.
I think
Escape
you
from
had
New
one.
York.
What you about to say? What you about to say?
what you got?
Escape from New York.
There's two. Well, maybe
What?
Only two?
maybe for me because it's a guilty pleasure.
If
but
you say 2040, whatever the freak that is, I'm gonna kill you.
Bro, are you going to say what I think you're going to say?
If you say
That
2012,
that's the one of them.
oh,
That's
get
one
the
of them,
freak.
but-
Nah.
What, Day of Tomorrow?
Dante's Peak?
2012,
No.
Dante
The,
Peak was
the
good.
volcano one?
That's not better than
Volcano.
Armageddon.
Volcano.
That's up there.
Neither is Volcano.
That was the
Volcano's
era of
good.
those-
That's not better than Armageddon.
Hey, with Tommy Lee Jones?
Yeah, in LA.
Volcano was tight.
Yeah,
bruh.
Don Cheadle was in there.
Volcano was tight.
Volcano
Brother
was
said-
dope.
Was it
Okay.
Trident?
Better than Armageddon? That score? Bruce Willis crying? AJ the shit, bro? What we talking about? Crazy Run shit?
Aerosmith? I feel you.
Close
Good call.
my eyes. I hate
give you
this
that.
machine.
I give you
What we
that.
talk Bear?
But Volcano-
Come on, man. What we
I like
talking
Volcano.
about?
Volcano.
Deep
I feel you.
Impact was good too, though.
Like I said,
Deep Impact
See?
was good too,
like
though.
I said, like
But I got
said,
Armageddon a little
guilty
bit.
pleasure,
He
man.
hitting the heyday
All right,
now.
Guilty
all
pleasure
right.
for me. Good.
That peak.
San Andreas.
Hey.
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 Nah,
Mars
they-
Attacks.
they're all-
Mars Attacks.
Independence
Bruh.
Day.
Yeah. You got to throw that on there.
Independence Day is probably the closest.
You got to throw that.
I
in
like
there.
Armageddon.
Wait, that's not really a natural disaster.
That's an alien invasion.
I see what you. I
Ain't
see where you're
natural.
going. I see
All
where
right,
you're going.
fine, good. Get it out of there. It doesn't count.
Yeah, that shit don't count.
I see where
Stop
you're going.
cheating. I was like, fuck. All right, yeah. Independence Day don't count.
Well, all right.
Volcano, Dante's Peak.
War of the Worlds. That's
Invasion.
a natural disaster.
That's the same.
War
thing.
of the
Invasion.
Worlds.
Yeah.
Invasion. That's alien
Heck
invasion.
no.
Well, they started underground.
True.
So natural disaster. Nah, but honestly though, like, I think they're all good.
I get that.
But Armageddon is up there.
Dante's Peak.
Dante's
Okay.
Peak.
Yeah.
I
All
love,
those are great.
I like the Kurt
All those are
Russell's
great.
Escape from L.A., Escape from New
yeah.
York.
Those are
I love
good.
those. But for the most part, he's up there though. Deep Impact was
Deep Impact is really
Impact.
good, man.
Yeah.
Deep Impact was more of the less comedy factor. Well, Morgan Freeman, that right?
Yeah, president.
Morgan Freeman as the
Tight.
president.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Elijah
tight.
Wood.
First black president on screen, I think, right?
probably. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. I'm gonna watch that after this.
Deep Impact really good. Touching. She went over there to the beach to hug her dad.
It's over, dog.
Gave her seat up for that obnoxious press woman. Yeah, but yeah, back on this bad boy shit. This is good though. I'm glad this is finally coming out, man. Look, I just feel the way I feel about it. I'm gonna check it out day one because this is the Bad Boys franchise. They're 2 for 2. They have good credit, and I'm definitely going to see it. Final words from the cast? Anything else?
Yeah, 2 for 2. It don't mean nothing when a film was made so late. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah. It's like football. Oh yeah, the Cowboys. Yeah, they won 5 championships like 50 years ago. So they're going to win again soon. You know that credit you can't. It's not the same.
It does have that Rush Hour 3 feel to a degree.
It does have that feel.
It's the same. And then when as far as the production speed, I think that's okay. 4 or 5 months for this kind of movie. It's minimum CGI probably. It's not like MCU film. You don't gotta take years to make it. So
Yeah.
so it could be a grounded film. So the time doesn't really affect me. It probably be a really good film with that amount of time.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
Well said,
I
well
just
said.
hope it's not like. I think what killed Rush Hour was the fact that Chris Tucker said he no longer wants to cuss, and then they had to alter jokes and everything like that.
yeah,
But-
he changed.
So I don't think Martin
Sound
or
good.
Will Smith has changed their morality within this time frame of what Bad Boys 2 came out with 2003.
2003. Yeah.
So I don't think they changed their morality at all within
July
that
4th,
time.
I believe too.
So
We'll been the same forever.
so was Martin.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
still cracking
he ain't,
jokes.
Yeah,
he ain't
still
changed.
raw.
He ain't changed
He's
at all,
still
bro.
raw.
Like he's the same.
He
He's
might
still
step away
he's still
from
doing
it.
stand up and stuff too.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
doing his
So,
thing.
Stay away
as far as that, I'm not fearing them
Yeah, I think the chemistry
acting differently. It's still there,
Yeah, I think it's still. I
but
think
it's
everything's still there. It's just
a little
old.
bit too late.
Because the franchise is really, they're the kind of the face of it, the identity of it. So those
They are.
characters,
They are the
make and
face.
break
They're the
it.
face.
You break them,
They're
you
the
break
face.
Bad Boys. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it kind of is what it is, though. I wish Joe Carnahan was still directing though, because I really think he would have brought something new and edgy to it. He's kind of like that bridge between the old school and like the modern day movie maker, though, man. But I'm still curious to see what it was. But with the different team behind it, I kind of got my eye on it. You know what I mean? So we'll see what the trailer is going to define everything, like whether we want to see it or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm glad that they mentioned it because I did kind of
Yeah, me
forgot,
too.
like, oh yeah, we are getting the Bad
Yeah,
Boys.
it's
You
good.
know what I mean?
It's refreshing.
So it's good
Finally,
news.
it's getting done.
Action movies. I'm
last
there.
thing,
Closure.
Yeah, last thing we know with that directors change characters. So we got that from
That's a good point.
the MCU. Black Panther.
Right.
Hopefully Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Thor. Different directors behind the character can change the whole outlook on the movie. So
But
Yeah.
with this situation, this is where having star power actors like Martin Lawrence and Will Smith come into play. Ain't no director saying shit to them. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Facts.
They're OGs.
And
Yeah,
I
so
always
to
respect.
Martin Lawrence, but
They're
probably
paid
not Will
full.
Smith.
They're both.
They're both.
Yeah,
they're
pioneers.
but they're different levels though. Like Will Smith is clearly on the high.
He's a bigger star. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I
They're
see what you
both.
mean.
They're
Yeah.
both.
the man.
They're both. Yeah. They're G's.
When it comes,
They
to
have clout.
So Martin would be like, nah, I ain't doing that. Martin's
Right.
gonna try. Will is more lenient to changing the way he is in movies. Martin is very stubborn. So I
I
doubt
get that feel,
we won't get a different
They both are,
Marcus.
though.
But
Will Smith with Django, he turned down Django because of that.
true,
He is,
but
he's a
he
certain
is
way,
also
too.
the genie. So I look at that as
Facts.
I look at
Dang.
that as being very lenient,
Man.
knowing damn well you
Or
should.
that
Hey.
paycheck was fat.
It don't
That
matter.
was just a fat page. Hey, give me a check. I'll butcher movies month. I told you what I'll be Michael Bay too. I'll make all kind of bad Transformers movies for $50 million a movie. Watch me. Tyrion Rain put $5 down. Thanks, Tyrion. He said The Last Airbender. That movie was a natural disaster.
No lie.
Man.
Flash getting a kick out of that one off camera.
You seen it?
Our producer.
You seen it?
No, I haven't
Good.
seen it.
I'm telling you, 10 minutes in.
That's it.
As soon as you say his name.
That's
it. Who the hell you talking? I'm out of here.
Yeah,
I
that's
gotta
it.
walk out.
On that one, guys, that's a wrap.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and switch up topics. So now let's get up out of there, and we have some other news starring Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Tom Holland's Spider-Man is in the news, guys.
Get
so,
y'all popcorn. It's about to get hot.
Recipe for fireworks. So Tom Holland's in the news, guys. His movie Far From Home is said to be the end of Phase 3, not Endgame.
Yeah.
This article took it from Cineblend as well. So here we go. It's been widely believed that Marvel Phase 3 will conclude with Avengers Endgame. However, the Marvel Studios boss has officially... What the freak?
What the deuce?
What the deuce?
The heck happened to my article?
There you go.
Okay. However, the Marvel Studios boss has officially stated otherwise, and it will instead be Spider-Man Far From Home that wraps up the beloved MCU Phase 3. What the...
It's not on loop.
Oh, I gotta loop the sheet. Fuck.
Technical.
Yeah, technical sheet. Where is it at? I didn't loop the sheet. Where does it say? Phase 4. Endgame.
Phase 4. that searching for shit. There's a Phase 4. There's okay.
You'll never
got it.
see
You'll see. It's there. There's it. There it is. Okay. Okay.
Looking for
There we go.
Okay.
All right, back to it.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, so let me start over. It's been widely revealed that Marvel Studios Phase 3 would conclude with Avengers Endgame. However, the Marvel Studios boss has officially stated otherwise, and it will instead be Spider-Man Far From Home that wraps up the beloved MCU Phase 3. As of now, the only two movies officially on the slate are Avengers Endgame and Spider-Man Far From Home. Tom Holland's Spider-Man will now officially bring Phase 3 to the finish. Kevin Feige stated that Far From Home was the final film of Phase 3.
Ooh.
That's coming from Feige, man. So Spider-Man is to end Phase 3 and not Endgame. What's your thoughts on that shit? Who want to go? Ronan, I want to start with you.
All right. I think that's kind of interesting. I thought it would naturally just end with the Avengers Endgame, but Spider-Man, that's kind of unique. It makes me think about how this movie Endgame is going to end, because I feel like it may be more post-credit scenes with it being a 3-hour plus film. I mean, they can't just wrap it up like that. So I think they may set up future phases, like Phase 4 and all that. And maybe some other characters in there that we don't know about. It's got to be some other villains other than Thanos, though. So it makes me think about what direction Spider-Man's going to go, because it looks like he's going to be a completely, entirely different character based on what we've seen. So, and I guess maybe another team or everything, because they're talking about like parallel universes now. So I don't know. But it does make it more interesting now that we know that this is after the fact. But the question is what are their plans for Spider-Man? Is this going to be it for Tom Holland based on that? I mean, Far From Home, Endgame, you know what I mean? What other plans do they have for him? Because that's the bigger question now.
He's like a 6-movie deal.
I think it was 6 movies.
Yeah,
but I mean,
he ain't going nowhere.
That could be like
he's already
cameos
been
or
in
something.
4.
So that's Civil War.
No,
Yep.
his own movie.
That counts. Though.
No.
Appearances.
Not Solo's appearances.
Appearances. Yeah.
So we have Civil War.
Infinity
We have
War.
Infinity War, Homecoming,
Far From Home.
Far From Home, Endgame.
Endgame.
One more.
There'll be one more after
Appearance.
Far From Home.
It's just all about appearance.
They said the end of Phase 3.
Yeah.
He might be.
That's
on the
his
show.
movie.
Yeah.
So
They get you on the
that
show
kind
real
of
quick.
it's kind of
man.
interesting. I don't
It's
know.
crazy, bro.
But
You see.
it raises more questions a little bit.
because he's not Marvel. He's still
Marvel Sony.
yeah. He's still
But-
Sony now. I mean, they gonna take him back.
Right. I was going to get to that. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. And that's another thing. I was like, well, so was it money problems, or they were like, well, since you guys are doing whatever, we're just going to take them back because they really don't have anything outside of that. But I think they kind of they bite the bullet because they saw this, the success over here.
Mm-hmm.
It's
They're
scary,
taking
man.
it back.
They're gonna.
Sony gonna take it
That's
back,
all they
especially after
have.
the success of Venom.
Right, and
Spider into
and the Spider-Verse. They're taking them back.
And Spider-Verse.
They're getting cocky now, basically.
Yeah, Sony is gonna be like, let me get that back, bro.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
AC3? That's why they announced this.
That's gonna hurt. Man, I don't want them to go back to Sony, man. I want them to stay with with Disney Marvel, man. Like you said, this is a shocker because it should have ended on Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Why? It seemed like it's just adding another film to now this is the end of Phase 3.
Right.
But it's like, why though?
Mm-hmm.
We have no reason to why he changed that because. Wait, did he ever change it though? Like, what was it ever confirmed that the Endgame was the end of Phase 3, or we just assumed that?
We just found out.
I'll be honest with you. I think it was an article.
It was Endgame.
Okay, so they changed it to.
It's a change.
Okay.
Every time Feige and producers and directors spoke, Endgame was the end
Yeah.
of the phase. It was going to be something new after Endgame. It was the end. It doesn't make. Why is Far From Home the end after Endgame? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
It doesn't make sense narratively.
Yeah.
Because things will wrap up in Endgame, and then you're gonna have this loose matzo ball.
You never know.
But that's a Spider-Man movie, though. Nick Fury is in it, so we know Nick Fury comes back. Are you saying that they're going to put a lot of different heroes and shit in another Spider-Man movie? I don't think they want to do that.
I don't know.
And he's in London, another country. I just think that I think it was a little scheduling fart.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think this is good news. I'm gonna go ahead and speak on it. I think this is fantastic news because this tells Jody Joe that Kevin Feige's got a plan. Because and he finally now has a plan. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel there wasn't one before.
Gotcha.
I feel like moves are being made as far as these X-Men rights are concerned. I believe that Doctor Strange to
Black
Panther to Ant-Man and the Wasp. Well, that was 3.
Never announced. Never announced.
And Ant-Man 3, Guardians 3,
Captain Marvel,
Black Widow, Captain Marvel, all that stuff is going to get switched around now because they're implementing a new arc to the phases, and that's the X-Men. That's my belief. I believe that they're going to bring in Fantastic Four and X-Men into the narrative, and I believe that's where, like, man, freak. All right. Make it Homecoming be the end, and then let's tie it up there. Let's make that the cutoff, because nothing has been announced after Far From Home.
Nothing's announced.
He said, let Far From Home be that, and now let's work these movies out. Start working on that Wolverine, or start working on X-Men, start working on a Fantastic Four, maybe a Doom, so they could start to put Easter eggs within movies that we know are coming out. What's the movie that I know is coming out? Black Panther 2. I know Black Panther 2 is coming out. How awesome would it be for them to show the Kenyan princess Storm in that motherfucker? How awesome would it be to show Reed Richards, him go to Reed Richards' headquarters in that motherfucker? You feel what I'm saying? Now I believe they're starting to implement things, bro, and I think that there's a plan beyond Endgame now, and I can't wait to see what it is. I think the next few months, Comic-Con is coming.
D23.
D23.
The only because they're not gonna do nothing at Comic-Con.
Announcements, bro.
Yeah,
the announcements in D23 got me excited now because I think they're making adjustments.
I hope that's official.
Wait, so you saying they're going to stick with the same actors and actresses for the X-Men because they are
heck
no matter if direction is going to help.
No.
Please,
heck no.
That Cyclops is still going to be the same weak ass Gene.
He knows.
Gene.
Crystal Black knows what I said. Craven and Black Panther 2. But that's a Sony thing.
Yeah.
That's a Sony thing. That's why I was, because I think Sony got the rights to Craven.
Yeah, they got the rights to Craven.
Yeah.
Man.
Shout out to Z-Shot Media for the $5. Thank you, Z-Shot.
Man.
He says, y'all think it's possible the events Far From Home might happen before Infinity War and Endgame? So basically a prequel. Nah, I think that article would have came out already. We knew about Captain Marvel being a 1990s film a year before it came out. It would have came out that. And plus, narratively, you see that Aunt May knows he's Spider-Man. Aunt May knows that he's Spider-Man now, so that's definitely, I don't think that's a prequel.
Well, I'm going to say this.
There's a lot of things that show that it's not a prequel, it's more of a sequel.
I think this is terrible because when you started the new phase with Spider-Man, that gave the idea of a phase 4 some type of hope. But I've been pushing this, and I'm still going to push it. I think that they need to go ahead and just wrap it up. If they're going to wrap it up with Spider-Man, wrap phase 3 up and just reboot. Because I don't care what nobody says. Any way you put the Fantastic Four in and the X-Men will be stupid. There's no logical way to make that sound tight or any way, because it's like a movie. Like I said yesterday on my channel, it's like having a movie that have black people all throughout it, and then you write it without black people, and then you're going to say, we got to throw these black people in because they really matter. Throw black people in. Now it doesn't make any sense. Mutants is a genetic human thing that goes on that mutates humans into other beings. You have to have that. That's nothing that can just pop up. You need to just reboot it, because Mr. Sinister and them have a purpose. Yeah, I understand. I was talking to somebody yesterday about it. I understand you have Magneto, who was in the Holocaust and stuff like that, but you have to reinvent a Holocaust to put them up to time.
Gotcha.
But at the same time,
makes sense.
You need to have Mr. Sinister in them. Those characters were there in the 1700s and stuff. Wolverine and they're old characters. They fought in the wars. You can't have a Wolverine and he didn't meet Captain America. It just takes away a lot from his character. You have to be able to intertwine Captain America with T'Challa's great-grandfather. You have to do those things. They have to reboot this.
They didn't do that with the MCU, so I don't think that they have to do it here.
That's why they reboot.
They didn't do that with the MCU, and it worked out fine.
No, it worked out fine because we had nothing. Now we have it. We need to just go ahead and get what it needs to be. The
MCU had it. They chose not to do it.
They never had it. They never had the X-Men.
They had T'Chaka. They could have did the T'Chaka Captain America thing. They chose not to do it.
They only did that because, like I said,
we don't know why they did it, but they could have, though.
No, because Black Panther was a quick thought that they had to bring in because they might have not have got Spider-Man.
No, but they could have still did that scene you wanted. They could have mentioned it just like that. I remember you. I remember you. Steve Rogers. I remember him.
Yeah, I know.
They could have did that.
But at the same time, back then when they made Cap, none of that stuff even mattered because Wolverine was part of one of his squads. You know what I'm saying? It's a way things occur, and they have to reboot it. They have to reboot it. This throwing in characters right now, you need Tony Stark. You can't have Professor Xavier. You can't have one of the most wealthiest individuals.
I disagree.
You have
me too. I think us being fans and knowing why they, if they're bringing X-Men a different way from, they don't have to do a callback to, oh yeah, he was in the war with Captain America. We know why that they can't do that because the rights. So it's like I won't be mad like. Why didn't you do it that way? Yeah. Well, because we all know why.
Well,
we know
history is not an issue anymore. They have everything now.
But that's what I'm saying. Don't take it like that. What I'm saying is X-Men are mutants. They're a genetic thing. That's nothing that just pops up.
It's in society already.
You know what I'm saying? And that is something that society's been running from and being scared of. You need the mutant haters. You need those because they hate mutants. You can't just have them pop up and say, okay, we're scared. You have Apocalypse. He's the first mutant. That is something that we're going to have another Captain Marvel on our hands. It's going to be like, damn, so you're telling me all this time you have Mr. Sinister and them sitting there, these mutants have been popping up and not using. That's dumb.
Yes, it is, but the MC will go on.
But that's what I'm saying. I said no matter what you do. I said no matter what you do, if you don't reboot it and put the X-Men in it, the mutants and the whole ideal of it, and from the beginning, it will always be stupid. Yeah, we probably enjoy the movies. Not saying we won't enjoy it, but that whole it will have so many plot holes that people are going to question, it can possibly ruin the movies moving forward.
It is stupid that Claw got his hand cut off by Ultron.
That's dumb.
It is stupid that Iron Man is leading the Avengers.
That's dumb.
Yeah. It is stupid that Spider-Man is the way he is. It is stupid that Captain Marvel is who she is, took place in the 90s, and did all that to the Avengers. Yeah. Nick Fury getting his eye scratched out by a cat. Mm-hmm. The MCU has proven this. They can change the narrative of every character and still sell it and make it great.
I agree with that.
They can do that with the X-Men.
What I'm saying is, I'm not the typical film goer, so when I watch this,
Civil War was nothing like Civil War.
I know
The comic,
I,
but
not
that
at all.
shit was
No,
still
no.
glorious.
What
You
I'm
know what
saying-
I'm
It was still tight,
Still
bro.
one of the best MCU movies.
I think,
But
I
now,
think, I think we're
had
not
we
on the
did it
right
now,
page.
we would have got the Civil
Because
War
I'm
we
not
needed.
saying I'm not
Could've been a
saying you
two-part.
can't.
we're on the right page because there's characters that should have been in Civil War that weren't. It's the same with X-Men. There's characters that need to be here for this guy to be here for this, but there weren't. We got what we got. Let's make a Civil War movie, and guess what? Top 3 MCU movie.
But what I'm saying is, it's different when you're using something like the X-Men. There are mutants. There something that's been there that you just can't allude and say, okay, they're here now.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do.
But that's dumb because that is
I know it's
that's
dumb.
a genetic thing. That is something that occurred many years and got to where.
Yeah. Then they can say Scarlet Witch was a mutant, and they can say that Speed guy was a mutant.
And there's only two.
Quicksilver, yeah.
There's only 2 mutants now.
No.
But that's what makes it dumb because. If you're telling me you have I'm sorry, but when I see things like when I saw Fantastic
Now
Four,
we know why Black Widow's awesome.
when I seen Fantastic Four, and they were so amazed by the Thing, right? And I remember talking to the writer of Spider-Man 3. I remember talking to her and I said, one of the writers in that room, and I was like, well, it doesn't make any sense that people are so happy to see the Thing barely struggle lift a fire truck when the Incredible Hulk just ran through Manhattan. Like, these are things, if you're going to complete a universe, you have to complete it. You got New Jersey. The X-Men are in, Manhattan Beach? Manhattan or New Jersey? Where
The X-Men?
Yeah, the X-Men.
They're in North Carolina. Where are they at?
Like, they're in
Rhode
Island or something like that.
Somewhere like that.
Right.
Where the freak are they at?
You can't.
Massachusetts? Massachusetts?
The Fantastic Four
They're in
has an
Boston or
easier
something.
way.
Chad, where are they at? Where's X-Men at? Where's the House of the Gifted Youngsters?
Xavier School.
Northeast. Yeah, I know Northeast, but where? It's been said many a times what state they're in.
Connecticut, I think, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, but I can't think right now. But
Rochester, New York. Somebody said.
something like
Manhattan.
Tyrion Ray said Rochester, New York. They're in New York. I don't know. If it was
So
there.
when you see that,
Okay, New York. Okay.
and something like occurs like
Thanks,
Thanos,
Tyrion.
Yeah.
that's that a soft reboot has to occur, man. I think something has to do with time. Maybe they got the Eternals coming out. Maybe they're gonna redo everything, and we're gonna get a Captain America. I think a soft reboot has to occur.
A good thing right
it
now.
has to, and it would make sense
Yeah.
on some real stuff that Captain Marvel, if you want to keep using her, if you soft reboot it and you wipe all that clean, and Captain Marvel was where she was at the whole time, and then she finds her way back with no knowledge of what occurred, then that's different. And you can still use her as a character, but these contracts, I think they're gonna run these contracts out by using these cheap Disney Plus shows. I think they're going to use those contracts and put them on them soft channels, them soft little shows, real quick.
Because those count as appearances too. That's another
let
thing.
them
I forgot about that.
let them run their cycle
I forgot
and
about that.
burn them out. And I think Spider-Man's one of them. They know they effed up with Spider-Man, and I think they're going to try to run them out as a character because there's no need for this. Like, you have the rights now. You have something to make something great. I would love to see the Avengers versus the X-Men, not the young Avengers. I don't care about none of those guys.
Too late for them. They're gone, bro.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Too late.
They were gone. But if you do something with the Eternals and a soft reboot has to occur. The mutants have to always been there.
They will.
And
then they're going to show them in a movie and be like, oh, where are you from? Hey, I'm a mutant. And then they're going to talk about it in the news and everything.
Yeah.
They've always been there.
The history of the
and that is dumb. And
like Crystal Black earlier said, diehard fans like us, we care. The average moviegoer doesn't give a freak.
But I will say that, but like I always said, the audience that grew up on this have grown up. Things are changing. Logic is starting to occur.
Captain
People
Marvel
are hating
made $1
Star Wars
billion.
now. True.
That's not true.
True, man. Look,
It made $1 billion still.
It made $1 billion because people wanted to see how that was going to connect to
$1
what
billion
was about to
though,
come up.
$1 billion.
It was about to come up, and you remember
$1 billion for that weak shit.
You remember, the theaters were empty. I ain't gonna say no names, but people buy seats, bro. And 50's known for doing that, buying all of Ja Rule's front row seats and not showing up. So I understand that they can make the money to make the headlines,
right?
But $1 billion worth of press wasn't occurring because people didn't even care. Yeah, there was some people that said they loved and they adored it, but at the same time, it wasn't $1 billion worth of adornment. People didn't really give 2 cents, so that lets me know that something was bought. You know what I mean? To get those seats filled.
Sounds like Disney.
That's just marketing. Period. If I got some money to spare to make the hype better, I'm going to invest in this to make the hype even more better. But I just look at it like
That's funny. How you buy publicity? That's hilarious.
That's
People
always
do it
been
all the
like
time
that.
in the music industry.
Yeah,
it's
man.
everywhere.
That's crazy.
You buy the radio stations and they play your music all day.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just look at it like, a soft reboot, and I think that's why, and I agree with you, that's why they haven't really announced anything with the new movies. I think a soft reboot would occur, and I think they're gonna revamp. They need to revamp Tony. They need to revamp Cap. They need to just tell a new story. And the Eternals might be the first film we get. I don't think it might, and they're gonna give us some shows, no doubt. Burn those characters, them actors out real quick to get them out of contract and start a whole new universe. I think MCU's done.
Yo, I'm just happy to get X-Men and film from MCU.
So
Light
am
at
I.
the end
So
of the
am I.
tunnel.
I'm with you,
So
bro.
am I.
Personally,
Light at the end of the tunnel.
I get it, J3. I get it, bro. I understand. You want to know where they came from. You know.
I'm an Origins guy.
Yeah. I get it. Me, bro. If I see Cyclops, Wolverine, and Jean and Storm and up there, man, and Disney in the MCU, bro.
But that, yeah, I got you.
I'm a happy man.
Because they're doing that.
I'm a happy man.
Because I know why they're there. Rights, they finally got them. So,
No, I'm all for it. I like I said, it's not that I want to
get
enjoy it, but
I get it. You want it to make sense,
yes.
and it can't make sense because they'll just put them in
weird.
there.
It's weird how you want some shit that Disney's not even trying to give us.
Yeah,
You seen Infinity War? They ain't trying to give you make sense.
They don't care about that.
They don't care about it making sense. They just
I-
care about butts in the seats.
A good movie.
I think what Disney does, and just like any other studio, I think they watch the rant videos. I think they watch more so than the people that suck on the tits.
They're definitely watching Jody's Corner.
I
That's
know
for sure.
I know they watch and they listen to what people do because they know that humans could be swayed, and especially if you speak common sense, and that's the worst thing to do, and that's what happened to Star Wars. You start preaching against Star Wars, like, man, this don't make no sense. Why are they doing this? This is whack. Now, even though they can make the money, but the goal is to continually making money. Once your money stops being made, now you're in a hole. Now you ain't making nothing on your product. Yeah, Star Wars makes money because of kids. I get it. I understand. But there's a longevity of money that's starting to fall flat because people aren't buying DVDs. People aren't buying Blu-rays.
Merch.
They're not really buying merch like that. And it's starting to phase out. And not where, we won't notice it because it's a lot of money. But they starting to notice their numbers dropping. And they have to fix things. And shout out to the people that actually care about the product. And I think that's what's going to start happening too with the MCU, especially if other companies are coming out with fire and more common sense in film.
Other companies like which ones?
Just movie companies. Sony, Sony made the
Paramount.
Spider-Verse,
Just
bro.
random
Spider-Verse was dope,
Okay,
man.
I thought
Paramount's
The
doing
DC.
good stuff.
No. Warner
So,
Brothers.
Warner Brothers,
Rings and
Legendary.
Game of Thrones, bro.
Yeah, they got that
Come
on
on,
lock.
man.
The months you can. They.
Warner
So I want to target these donations and catch us
Oh,
up
sure,
here.
man. Sorry
Z
about
Shot Media dropped $5. Thank you,
Shout
Z
out.
Shot Media. Thank you. He says, "Far From Home is proof they wiped the snap from existence. Far From Home shows the snap was wiped from time, and that the world doesn't remember. Man, time travel's about to make it to where only the heroes remember the snap."
Hey, that
That was from K Dot. That was from K
that
Dot.
prediction.
That was
almost
$10.
really good.
That was $10 from K Dot. Shout out to K Dot, bro.
That's an interesting theory.
That prediction was so good. It almost felt like a fucking spoiler. That was
It was like that in the comic book. The comic book. Z Shot Media's $5
It's
says.
not
only
gonna happen.
comics.
Z Shot Media says,
happen,
okay.
do y'all think that it's possible the events of Far From Home might happen before Infinity War? Oh, we already read that one.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, you
so
got
okay.
that.
So back to K-Dot's part. So in the comic book, after Nebula took the gauntlet and went crazy with that shit, and then Thanos became Eternity, Eternity itself, and then Adam Warlock disharmonized the Soul Stones on through the Soul Stone, disharmonized the gems on the gauntlet, and Adam Warlock wielded that bitch. He undid the snap, and he wiped the minds of everyone. Everyone came back, and only a few heroes sort of remembered. They kind of had a in their head like some shit went down.
What's it called?
The deja vu shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Premonitions.
Premonitions.
Namor was one of them. She-Hulk was one of them. It was a couple other heroes that kind of remembered what happened. But that's basically how it went down in the comic book. Let me see. There's a couple other donations I want to get to. So it's not really a spoiler for Endgame, guys. Don't worry. Ashley Lampkin put $5 down. Shout out to you, Ashley. Ashley Lampkin says, I think once the damage is undone by the Infinity Stones, that the mutant gene will pop up. That's something that I mentioned in the live stream, how the snap could have other effects. Not just bringing everybody back, but bringing people from other realities and universes into one, the X-Men. Colliding realities. Like the X-Men have always existed in another timeline. But now this timeline has fused with our timeline, and now we have an open gate of all these X-Men. That's just how I would have done it narratively using Endgame. But they could still do it without caring and just show them in there, and they don't care.
If that was the case, that'd be good reasoning to put them in like that.
Yeah, that's how I would have did it.
Your Iron Man, you still lose your Cap, you lose your Thor.
They're leaving anyway.
Yeah, that's whack. You need them, man.
They can't do it forever.
They can't do it forever, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Reboot. Time to get somebody new.
But you know how hard it is to get another Cap, another Iron Man.
If they're not gonna do it for
Iron Man,
then what you gonna do?
Another Iron Man.
Another Robert Downey Jr.
Look,
you don't get another Robert Downey Jr.
I think we're being selfish because in the next 10 years, you're going to get another Robert Downey Jr. No matter what, Iron Man is going to keep coming out. So
no. I said Robert Downey Jr., not Tony Stark.
That's what I'm saying. That
actor.
Yeah, I know. But
see the difference?
With all due respect, you need that. You know what I mean? Because
Iron Man's playing Robert Downey Jr. right now. Not the other way around.
It's a blessing. Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse, man, for being that good at what he did, at what he does. To the fact that I don't want to see nobody else play Tony Stark besides Robert Downey Jr.
That's where I'm at too.
Yeah,
don't say that too soon.
So if you come back with 5-10 years something like that, I don't care, man. Like I'm gonna still remember my Tony Stark.
Exactly.
Man,
There's nothing wrong with that, but you understand that the character is going to make another story keep going.
He never gonna be as good as Robert though.
Generations go
I
on.
Loveleen in the comments says she don't want to see anyone else playing Cap or Iron Man. And then someone G said any actor or actress could be replaced.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just like Batman. I mean, dude. How many Batmans we got?
Oh, man, Batman don't count, bro.
That ain't the same.
Batman don't count for nothing, bro.
But it's a good example
Adam
of
West,
what we're talking
Adam
about.
West was the first Batman. Then Michael Keaton came on the movie scene and did that thing. And
Different
then
decades.
This is a universe, though. One story.
And the universe is... I'm talking about a reboot. I don't know what y'all talking about adding in new. I'm talking about a reboot. I'm talking about refresh this thing.
Even if a reboot and a refresh, like you say, it would still be one story, one universe.
45?
Yeah, he's around there.
That's an old Panther.
But he's in good shape,
all right,
though.
so then now you're going to have to make... Now you automatically going to have to make Storm at least 38. Now you got an older Storm. Man, that's that's limited.
Chadwick could play a 30-year-old, bro.
That's fine.
Chadwick could play 25.
But franchise, though.
But franchise-wise,
how old he going to be in that?
Like, come on, man.
Chadwick could be Black Panther for the next 10 years.
How old is he going to be by the third or fourth film?
50. Maybe 50-something?
He going to have the gray hair and everything.
Reboot. No play for Mr.
Black.
I get that, but,
logic though.
But I think you gotta start it over, man. I gotta start over, and you guys know that they know the formula, they know how to make money, they know how to make the freaking franchise even better. The MCU I think needs to end and start a new one, start a new chapter.
Start getting them in the
Stop trying to ride on this 30 years now with the same. Nah, man, it's 20-something. It's 22 movies. Yeah. It's been over 10 years. It's time to quit.
I think of how bad it would have been for the person if Christopher Reeve, nothing ever happened to him and all that, and he was alive and well, and he never got in that accident. I feel bad for who the next Superman would have followed in the 90s with a film, because nobody was gonna have that shit. Christopher Reeve is my Superman, and that would have been the whole world saying that shit, no matter who they cast after that.
The different with Christopher Reeves, though, he was young playing Supes, and
he was in his 30s. By the time it was all said and done, he was probably, 35, 36?
Yeah, but he started young. You know what I'm saying? Iron Man started, Tony Stark started with 40? Something.
Steve Rogers, Chris Evans.
Chris Evans is still good.
Okay, yeah.
Still
Chris is young.
Yeah, Chris is young.
He's young.
But as far as the characters, I agree. Ain't nobody, that's the beauty of having actors that you adore, and you have the blessing of living and seeing it and comparing it.
Right.
But they still need to. I think this is a milestone. You have your end game. You actually finish the chapter. You have 10 years plus in this thing, and reboot it. Stop with trying to add Captain Marvel and try to add on to this universe. That is a you're like beating a dead horse now. You're milking something off of what it used to be.
So you're saying, you're still sticking to the individual movies, individual X-Men characters into an X-Men movie instead of just coming out with the X-Men out the gate? Because that's what I wanted. Remember we had that debate about that?
Yeah.
Are you still sticking to that?
I think they
You want a Cyclops, you want a Wolverine, you want a Professor X, you want a Magneto, and then you want 5 years later an X-Men movie.
I never said.
Oh heck no!
Well, you said you wanted.
No, I said I want
Heck
the original
no.
X-Men team.
I know.
Why would they have an individual Cyclops movie? He's never been individual.
Well, I'm saying, individual Storm. You said you wanted a build up to.
No.
You said you wanted a build up to X-Men. You didn't want X-Men out the gate.
I said I don't want.
I said X-Men out the gate.
You said you wanted the Uncanny X-Men, and I said
Yeah.
I want the original X-Men.
No, but you said you wanted to build up to it. You didn't want to.
No. You build up to Uncanny.
Right.
It wasn't a solo.
You still want that?
It wasn't separate characters. I'm still with it because that was the beginning. My idea with the story was they meet Wolverine for the first time, but you have the original X-Men squad, and you go against Magneto because your threats will build off your team. If you start with Uncanny, you're coming with the heavy hitter threats off the bat,
That's
right?
what you need.
But to build to it, we're learning the characters. You're learning the beef between certain mutants and stuff like that. Either way, it's okay. Uncanny is like number one, but if I like Origins, so I wouldn't mind seeing the original squad and intertwine meeting Storm.
Never again, Raiden.
Meeting Storm and Wolverine in the same film, and in part 2 they're part of the squad, and then you have the Mrs. Marvel idea, and
That's a lot of years, J3.
That's 3 years. I mean, that's 3 movies. So you build up to it so you can see Cyclops become a leader and not just be a leader.
You're not going to get all that in 3 movies, man.
What are you talking about?
You didn't get the Avengers in 3 movies?
You have Magneto part 1. You have the Brotherhood, Magneto, and the coming of Apocalypse. And then part 3, you have everybody up in that thing about to go head up with them. And part 4, you have Avengers versus the X-Men.
So you're going to just... So
if you're doing movies like damn near 3 hours, bro, it could be done.
No,
3 hours.
I don't see that. I don't see that.
All right, well, that's
no
fine.
intermission. 3 hours. Yeah.
No. I'm saying if you got you, it's easy
For
to do.
MCU.
The Uncanny X-Men is
Lord of
what I
Rings,
believe.
Harry Potter.
The Uncanny X-Men, the X-Men of the 1990s, that I say, and I still say
Saga.
to this day,
Remember their sagas.
make those X-Men like that 1990s cartoon.
Yeah.
Make Wolverine's costume identical to that. Make Storm's costume identical. Cyclops. Make them look like that. Start off with that team. You have a winning formula. That's what the fans want.
That's the original MCU. That 90s
that's what
cartoon.
we want.
That's the MCU. That's the pinnacle.
Most
right
of the
there.
fans
You don't target the
recognize
original.
them.
That's the X-Men.
those suits.
That's the X-Men team that everyone knows and loves.
Everybody knows that.
Not that Beast Archangel. I understand how you want the OGs.
You have to have Archangel
First
in there
class.
because
No,
Archangel,
we already had him in Apocalypse, and I never want to see anybody with wings ever again.
No. That was
canon.
and
in
Bryan
X-Men
Singer-
3.
That was Bryan Singer and his boy toy. We already know what's up.
What about the other one then? In X-Men 3.
That fool, that wasn't even him. Archangel.
That was Archangel.
Pretty boy ass.
Warren is
Flying
rich,
out the
bruh.
gate.
Warren
Shit,
is
flying
rich,
out the
bro,
window.
and he is part of Apocalypse 4 Horsemen, bro, for a reason. And he turns.
What's that
You
reason?
couldn't find no one else.
No, because he turns into.
What's the reason?
He turns into a different type
What's
of
the reason?
angel, bro. He turns into a different angel. Archangel, they never displayed his wing power, how it's strong as hell.
What wing power?
It can cut through anything. They never.
The feathers? Or are you talking about the metal ones?
I'm talking about both.
When they wear metal?
Both.
The feathers?
Both.
Cut through anything.
Cut through metal.
The feathers?
Both of them.
Wait the whole.
And they never.
Wolverine claws cut them off. Game. He has no
That's
life.
because of adamantium. But regardless, Warren is still.
Optic blast. He's out the sky.
That's not necessarily true.
He's a regular
Hey,
man.
G, Cyclops tried.
He's a regular man.
Warren
You can
will go
punch
head-
him and knock him
Warren will
out.
go
You
head up
know.
with Cyclops, bro.
You can legitimately crowbar him
This
and knock
is
him
why-
out.
This is why I don't. This is why I don't want to skip because of this. Because y'all don't know the characters. You just know what you see.
No,
And if
I
you
know
see-
Archangel, and I know Archangel is a regular human who
Archangel-
could be knocked out with a
Archangel-
crowbar.
Archangel is actually very skilled.
Who could be knocked out with a crowbar.
Yeah.
Fine, and so is Gambit, right? I'm trying to tell
Gambit
you.
weak too.
All right.
Freak, you told you hit me with that. Gambit's cool and all with the cards. He weak though, bro. Let's keep that shit real.
Because of his power though.
One of the
You don't like him as a character?
I like his power. His power's fine and all.
He's a regular man.
He's
basically.
exactly.
What does that mean though in the
So
X-Men
is
world?
Cyclops.
Everybody's regular. Everyone's different.
You need to flex that power, bro, when it comes to the X-Men.
So you want to see it properly. You're gonna see it.
Well, I know, but we were talking about weak characters. Gambit definitely above Archangel. Archangel's at the bottom of that motherfucker.
But half the X-Men are weak.
Archangel.
But we haven't seen him properly done, so it's easy to say that he's weak. It's easy to say that they're weak if they're not properly done.
I got Jubilee over Archangel, bro. She'll firework that nigga to death.
I'm saying
Archangel faster than his
Jubilee.
Her reflex is not faster than he is.
Probably not.
He'll cut her in half.
But as he's in the sky,
if she can reach. Firecrackers, bro. Come on, man. But I'm just saying, in general, that
shit hurt.
I'm not calling Gambit weak. When I'm using the word weak, I'm talking about whack, not strong weak. Like he's not powerful. I'm not saying that.
But
I'm saying if I could choose, and let's keep it 100. Y'all agree with this as well. If y'all could choose an X-Men power, y'all ain't picking Gambits, bro. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100, bro. I'm tired of these motherfuckers saying, "Oh, yeah, y'all ain't picking this power."
I can blow up any.
How many of y'all niggas gonna pick up the power?
If I had a choice,
if you had a choice between any X-Men power, ain't nobody in this studio or that studio over there or on this block.
I'm picking
Gonna pick Gambit.
But Gambit has a code.
I'm going with Nightcrawler.
I ain't talking about butt. I said you gonna pick that power? Nah.
Gambit is tight. Gambit is tight because of his charisma,
his swag,
his charisma,
his personality.
Not of his power's cool too.
It's cool.
So he's not weak.
We're talking about look, if he sleep and I come up to him and hit him in the head, bro, full force,
hospital.
He's getting knocked out.
Hospital.
Good luck.
But that's
no good luck. He's a regular man. He don't got senses.
Man.
He don't have senses.
Wait. We're talking about mutants, right?
Yeah, humans with genes that are different.
So there's different levels of regular now. That doesn't make sense.
So
no, it makes perfect sense.
Power is
even Colossus.
He's not invulnerable, bro.
Yeah.
He's perfect. He could get in a car accident and break some shit.
But that's the whole.
Then he gonna say, what happened? Got no accident.
We need to explore that. Okay.
When he can blow up a building, though.
But that's the whole X-Men. That's the beauty.
Glass cannon. I'm calling these glass cannons, bro.
But that's the whole X-Men. They all could be killed, but Wolverine. They all could be killed.
Wolverine is a G. Beast is a G.
Colossus
is a G.
Wait, hold on. Let's keep it 100.
Storm.
Let's keep it 100. Colossus go in normal mode. He's dead.
He's still a buff man, though.
Hey, bro, that motherfucker beefy, bro.
Yeah. Crowbar to the head.
Hey, you saw that motherfucker in that movie, bro, going head up against Juggernaut?
Hey, I hit Colossus. Let that shield go down. Hit him in the head. Colossus, my nigga. What happened, nigga? Trying to transform, nigga. They all human.
You talking about let that power go down though?
But that's what I'm saying.
Gambit, no matter where he's at, he's getting knocked.
But bruh, that's
if he get caught slipping.
Storm can't stand that wind too long. I know. She faints,
but she's very powerful though.
And Storm, Wolverine, I got you. Yeah. Come on, man. Like they all
Storm.
Those legs.
Yeah.
I gotcha. But that's just a little nigga. That's all of them, bro. But I understand. But that I think when you have certain characters in the beginning, I never disagree with throwing in some characters in the beginning. But I think the world still needs to understand the development of
who they are.
Yeah, why Scott Summers is so hard on his team because of Iceman. You know what I'm saying? And why is so much love-hate situation for yourself because of Archangel. Archangel was like one of the first ones besides Beast that really hated himself. Beast didn't like being who he was, so he tried to find a way out of it, and he ended up effing him up even more. Beast was just like a big black white guy. Big hands, big feet, he run fast, agility, you know what I mean? And I think the beginning of it needs to show that, not no simpy motherfucker in the corner trying to, you know what I mean, that Beast they gave us. Nah, Beast was a legitimate athlete at school, smart, everything. He just had big hands, big feet, and agile. And they need to show that in the development of the characters. And then part 2, then you start throwing in more. But
and that's the problem with that because, like, you can make her to take it however you want. Like, people say Beast is a weak character, but, like, he got downgraded and sideswiped in the movies, and Beast is a dope character.
Oh, Beast is
so, like, when I hear that, I'm like, yeah, I want to see those kind of things because you got to remember, the X-Men is totally different from the Avengers. Avengers is more kind of spectacle and eye-candy. The X-Men was personal because it was based on things that happened in history. So you need to be able to show that and make that relevant in this MCU. you can't just throw them in there like you said. I feel like that's a good point. You got to reboot them unless you say that the mutant gene exists. Then I could see it happening. But they haven't acknowledged anything mutant based or anything because of rights. But now that they have them, we can do that now.
Yeah.
But they said, this article said that this is the end of the phase 3 with Spider-Man. So you got to naturally like soft reboot, right? Throwing them in there wouldn't make too much sense because we're still focused on the aftermath of what the Avengers had went through in that battle. The Infinity Saga. You don't want to merge the mutant saga with that. That's a whole nother saga. X-Men have their own saga and they got own things going on. So that's a universe in itself if we're just talking about the X-Men. That's like, that's like a phase in itself that you could do like 3 phases out of that. Just like the characters alone, the villains themselves, when they come together as far as team ups, that's a universe right there, bro. That's like 10 movies.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do a whole X-Men arc. X-Men phase.
I'm with it. It's time because nobody has done it yet.
But
they rushed
phase.
them. We were just like he said. We were just happy to see him. They rushed it. Man, we were supposed to get Dark Phoenix Saga in 2003. The way X2 ended, never got it.
Yeah, I really.
I was waiting.
He was fixing to make that.
I
Phoenix
was waiting.
Pop.
You guys were waiting.
Bryan Singer was setting that up. Really
he was setting it up.
That thing's underwater and shit. Oh my god!
Like you
see
said
the wings. Oh
Last Stand came out 2006, right?
Yeah.
No Phoenix, but Super Jean Grey. No Phoenix though.
Yeah.
She didn't turn into a Firebird not once. But I know why that happened. Different director. Brett Ratner came in.
Exactly.
Bryan Singer's canon was 1 and 2. So you got to take that into acknowledgement too, man. So it can be done. We just haven't seen it properly. But now we're in a time where we know it can be done because we've seen the universe.
X-Men 3 being trash.
Nah. It was
Apocalypse.
It
was weak.
Get it right. Apocalypse.
It wasn't the worst.
3's tolerable.
No,
I didn't say it was a master. No. Tolerable.
Juggernaut.
X-Men 3.
Apocalypse is the worst X-Men movie.
X-Men 3 has the same effect that
tolerable.
Spider-Man 3 has. Trash when it came out, and
go.
after time passes by, you look back, not so bad.
There you go.
Except for I'm the Juggernaut.
It's like that.
It makes no sense why he lost his powers.
But it's still trash.
Are you watching Last Stand or Apocalypse? Which one you going back to?
I think the Wolverine is the worst X-Men movie.
Okay.
Apocalypse, bro.
Okay.
I cannot watch the
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Travesty.
I will never ever
Part
watch
2?
the Wolverine again.
Part 2?
Not X-Men Origins. Origins has some good parts in it. The Wolverine, that samurai.
That's part 2, yeah. Oh, that was trash.
I walked out that movie.
I thought you talking about the
Logan.
No.
Origins. X-Men Origins.
No.
Wolverine.
Which one, bro?
It was
When he was in Japan.
No. I'm talking about the one where
the family and she got sniped through the house in the barn. The motorcycle.
Yeah, that one.
That's X-Men Origins.
Oh, okay, yeah.
2009.
Okay. Yeah, that one. That was kind of. Yeah.
It was. I like man. I like X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, and that video game was fire, bro.
I would give X-Men. I would give X-Men Origins Wolverine if I was
video game
grading
done
it.
right.
I would give it like a C+, B-. That's where I would grade that.
B-. Oh, that's high.
It was just Deadpool. There's Deadpool at the end.
There's a lot of crap trash in it. But there's a lot of those heroic,
effects,
heartfelt moments in Origins, man. It really is, man. That's the best portrayal of Wolverine.
It sucks, though. I mean,
the Wolverine was utter trash. You're right.
Yeah.
The Wolverine was utter bottom of the barrel trash juice.
You're right.
Yeah. Especially when you thought it was over, and then this robot Optimus comes out.
Let me go ahead and get to some of these donations because they trickling in. I gotta holler at my man K Dot for putting that $5 down. Thanks, K Dot. Love you, my G. K-Dot says, I don't trust him this time in Endgame, bro. I'm worried. If they time travel back in time, they may change the events of the movies we've seen for 10 years. That's already happened with Captain Marvel, K-Dot, and you know this. Mike Artist put $5 down. Thank you, Rocky Mike Artist. He says, all I know is they better not mess up my boy Gambit. He better be country than a motherfucker, bro. Swaggy, throwing cards and smashing rogue. Anything else is unacceptable. And they got to upgrade Jubilee with them weak-ass firework powers, bruh. Facts.
Well, she's young. When she gets older, she gets very powerful. I mean, that's with any mutant.
I'm sure they'll do Gambit right. It's not hard.
You got to build them from the ground up. They won't be saying stuff like that.
Hopefully they don't, change her up so much, Jubilee, because how they changed up Kitty Pryde and
trash.
Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
They did something with that. She could phase minds through time, and damn, I get the phasing part, but through time now.
Yeah, that was actually Wolverine's story. He actually did that. They did that for the movie. Yeah, they switched it up. So you're right. Yeah.
See,
They love
Yeah.
switching
She
it
went
up.
back
Let's
in
switch shit
time.
up.
Right.
She went back in time. Wolverine stayed.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so last donation here, and we're about to peel out of here, y'all. This discussion went from Spider-Man to X-Men.
For a reason.
For a reason.
Oh, you feel me?
For a reason, bro.
Something better.
Hey, they're coming.
Titan Games put down $20. Titan
Hey, $20. Hey, yo.
Blu-ray
Titan
price.
Games put a dub down. Says Gambit is OP when he master his power, just like Iceman. Oh, this nigga is the Titan control. I'll pick the frog guy powers though. LMAO. Huh.
Toad.
He'll pick the frog Toad. Yeah, Toad.
That's what's up.
He'll pick Toad over Gambit.
Bruh.
He wants to look like he only look like a sick individual in Game of Thrones.
Doesn't Gambit sometimes blow things up when he doesn't want to when he touches them?
No.
Okay.
He can
I
blow
remember-
anything up,
I think
though.
that was a thing. I thought I remember that in the series.
Was that in the movie?
No, I thought I remember that in the series.
He had that collar on his
the
neck?
The cartoon.
Yeah, that collar
No,
next, he
not
couldn't
that
control his
episode.
power.
I remember that episode.
Couldn't control it.
I thought I remember Gambit just not being able to
He can grab
control and
bruh.
sometimes blow some shit up he touched.
He can grab a person and blow him up. That's a sick power, bruh.
You know that has a strong limit to it as well.
He
Yeah,
could
blood
choose,
and bones, man.
he could choose to blow things up, right? So
Yeah.
so he could touch something and not blow it up.
Yeah.
But he could just choose to do it.
That's tight.
That's tight.
But you know, there's a limit to that shit. He's not
Of
touching
course.
Thor and blowing him up.
No, because
No,
Thor's a
yeah,
god,
of
but
course
He's not touching Captain America and blowing him up because he's Cap.
He never does anybody on thing.
Yeah, right.
He won't- I
know.
think that's his moral
But you know
code.
how they say, he could. Oh, he could.
he could.
You're not
he can-
touching the Hulk
He can
and blowing
grab.
him up.
He can grab.
Life or
Not
death?
happening.
He'll do it.
He can.
Well, yeah, of course, but
because he blew. What's his name?
He
Arm
could
off.
try to do it, but can he do it?
Right, exactly.
If he
Disney.
Oh, Titan Games put another $5.
That's the
He
Disney
said,
question.
I mean, in the
The Disney
comics,
question.
not a dang show or movies. LOL. Oh, fuck. All right. K-Dot, $5.
Freak the comics.
Even though I got issues with Thanos, he looks low-key handsome in Endgame. Who's gay? That milk dud he got up in Endgame remind me of HT3. Team Sus. Bald. What is that? What was that
Bald head wall, some
hashtag?
shit?
Bald head gang.
Ball head game.
Bald head gang.
Oh, funny.
Ha, funny. You made it funny.
You made it
Final
funny.
words before we get out of here.
I made another funny.
Final words before we get out of here. Phase 3 ending, I think it's a good idea. I think Feige has a plan, and I think that plan is X-Men and Fantastic Four, the Fox rights. Ronan?
I'm actually more excited for Far From Home based on this news that we got because I want to see how that ends and based on Avengers Endgame. Like you said, there's more planned, and I'm glad that I don't know, but I'm excited about the mystery factor of it. I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited because it's Spider-Man. So, any Spider-Man,
He's down.
I am down for sure.
J3?
I think it's bad news, but it could possibly be good news if they do a reboot.
J3 loves his reboots, man. Like you're talking about
And the origins. Hey, that's crucial, though.
Rebooting the DC EU after
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
After
Like
Wonder
he
Woman,
loves
yeah.
his
Hey, it's
reboots,
something
man.
like
Like
that.
damn,
I feel
he
you.
loves reboots, man.
Good thing they didn't.
They did do a soft reboot.
Good thing they didn't.
They did a soft reboot.
Shout out to Tyler Reynolds. He says, if they killed Thanos, would you still want Josh Brolin as Cable?
No,
No, he's too little.
he's too little.
He's small, man.
They-
No.
They even
I like him
made
as an
funny
actor,
of
but
that.
nah.
They made a joke of that in the movie. Like
Oh, Titan Games put 50 down. Titan with the 50, bruh. I forgot. Hashtag Team Sus.
Team Sus.
Team Sus.
Team no sus.
Say it like a Team Sus.
Team Sus, bro. Sus.
Why do-
You feel me?
The gangbangers. Why do they S's turn to shh? I was sharp, homie. I was popping with you, dog. I Team Shush around here.
Shush.
I is Team Shush gang.
Shush.
I is Team Shush.
Right? Shush.
Nipsey Hustle, bruh. On Crenshaw Slauson.
I thought you were going to do Sean Connery for a minute, bro. That British accent that was coming off. Team Shush Gang.
Hey, shout out to Titan Games, man. MVP of the stream, man. He went and got that MVP status. Thank you, man. Shout out to everybody for showing love in the stream. Stream was lit, man. Hey, what we do on Jody's Corner is, boom, we do 2 live streams in the morning per week. Monday and Tuesday, 10 a.m. is what we're going for. A couple people were late, so it's okay this time. We're getting used to the being up early. So, 2 live streams. on in the morning, Monday and Tuesday, followed by every other Wednesday and Friday. You'll have a stream on J3 Entertainment, Jody's Corner, Wednesday and Friday. And every other Sunday on J3 Entertainment, a stream. And every Sunday, a reaction and stream of Game of Thrones, bro. So it's a really busy couple months. It's probably going to be a busy summer. Just Jody's Corner just been busy, J3 Entertainment. We're just being busy with content. Thank you guys so much. Jody's Corner 1 Instagram, at Jody's Corner 1. That's the Instagram, bruh. So, yeah, we're doing it, bruh. Thank you guys so very much for being here. Mm-hmm. Thank you to HT3 and J3, bruh. Thank you to Rona Joe Genji. And I'm Jody Joe. We are the Just Us League. We out this thing, man. Deuces. See you tomorrow.